presented by Tums. This is Eckrich Statement Saturday. The closing chapter in one of college football's most bitter yet glorious rivalries. Stillwater and Boone-Pickens Stadium host a presumed final bedlam between Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. Playoff implications, Big 12 title hopes, eternal bragging rights, all part of the 118th Sooner Cowboy Showdown.
College football is what drives the state of Oklahoma.
Oklahoma and Oklahoma State have played for over 100 years.
A game that's full of tradition, very special to be a part of it.
OU, OSU, big brother, little brother.
Whether it's at Oklahoma or at Oklahoma State, it's definitely an intense game.
Bedlam is about bragging rights.
The state divided into two colors, orange and red.
This is Bedlam!
Bedlam is an intense hate.
It's all about just trying to put your mark on the game and taking home that trophy.
OU has dominated this rivalry, and to win this game would be to put a closer on it.
Bedlam means everything. To be the last one, to be able to get a win, I think it'd be something we just carry with us for the rest of our lives.
You're watching the Big 12 on ESPN. A five-way tie for first place atop the conference standings entering today. Oklahoma 4-1. Suffered its first loss of the season last week against Kansas. Oklahoma State, meanwhile, has won 4 in a row entering today. And hi, everybody. Dave Pasch alongside Dusty Dvorak. This setting, this game is what makes college football so special and unique. And Dusty, as a former two-time first-team All-Big 12 player, you lived this rivalry, and it's at a new level now, given that it's the last scheduled Bedlam.
Absolutely. It's a special day today, Dave. This rivalry embodies the state of Oklahoma. And I'm not from Oklahoma, but Oklahoma is my home. And in this state, you're a Sooner or you're a Cowboy. These two fan bases and programs have such a passion for their schools. It's a state divided, households divided, and today the winner gets the final say for the last time.
And you look at Oklahoma State and the turnaround for the Cowboys to this game be as meaningful as it is, and it's Ollie Gordon II, the nation's leading rusher, and most of those numbers have come in the last 5 games. He only carried the ball 19 times the first 3 games. You look what he's done, only player the last 10 years with 250 scrimmage yards in 3 straight games, and one of 2 players in school history back-to-back 250 yards on the ground. Barry Sanders, maybe the greatest running back ever, the only other.
Ollie Gordon has been sensational, and it's so hard to tackle him. They've moved him back more of an I-formation pistol behind the quarterback where he can go downhill. He's so powerful and elusive, dipping under linemen. Contact balance with the hand on the ground. He's going to spin, and he is tough to tackle. More gap scheme, pulling guys, getting him out in front. But it's the vision, the patience. You see the jump cut and burst through the hole, and he gets out into the open field. Still going to run some zone scheme stuff, coming backside with the tight end. Watch him put his foot in the ground. The vision to get backside and hit it downhill. The home run capability, the stiff arm on the way out is what makes him one of the best running backs in all of college football.
On the Oklahoma side, let's check in with the third member of our crew, Tom Luganbill.
Well, guys, you just mentioned that vaunted run game. Well, Oklahoma needs Danny Stutzman to be healthy and full go today. Suffered an injury last week against the run at Kansas in a loss. Now, listen, he looked like he was good to go. Practiced all week. But not only is he arguably their best player, he's their energy creator. They need him to set the tone for the defense so they can stop the run and shut down Ollie Gordon.
All right, Lukes, thank you. Oklahoma has won 7 of the last 8 meetings, but lost 2 years ago in Stillwater. The final Bedlam kicks off next.
You're watching Statement Saturday, presented by Eckrich.
The series dates back to 1904. Oklahoma wasn't even a state until 1907. It's the 114th consecutive year that these two teams have met, separated by only about an hour. And Oklahoma has dominated this series. It's the 20th time that they've played when both teams are ranked, and the 12th time since Mike Gundy took over as the head coach of Oklahoma State 19 years ago. And it's a perfect day for November football. Temperature around 70 degrees, packed house. Oklahoma off to the SEC after this season. Final schedule meeting between the two, although they could play in the Big 12 title game in a month. Oklahoma won the toss, deferred its selection to the second half, so Oklahoma State will get it first. Brennan Presley, who had a kick return for a touchdown in this game 2 years ago here in Stillwater, is deep. Zach Schmidt to boot it away. And here we go. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 25. We talked about Ollie Gordon II, a big reason for Oklahoma State's turnaround, but also the quarterback deserves credit. Sixth-year player Alan Bowman, a guy that's bounced around, was at Texas Tech, played as a true freshman for Cliff Kingsbury, had over 600 yards passing in a game, but he got banged up, eventually transferred to Michigan, where he was the backup for a couple years, and then they were rotating 3 quarterbacks here in Stillwater, but Bowman grabbed the reins 5 games ago. You saw his numbers over the last 3 games, 6 touchdowns and just 2 interceptions. Play action pass, Bowman on first down. Long throw to the sideline to Rashad Owens, and Owens is wrapped up by Woody Washington at the 28 after a 3-yard gain. Danny Stutzman not starting the game for Oklahoma. We see his backup, Kip Lewis, number 10, and at linebacker for Stutzman.
Obviously, the production is something you miss. One of the best linebackers in the Big 12 and all of college football, but he's the emotional leader of this Sooner defense. He's also the guy that gets everybody lined up. Kip Lewis is a capable player, but you still lose a lot without Danny.
And here's Gordon in the hole. And it's maybe 2. Washington again on the tackle of Gordon, a true sophomore. Only carried it 62 times last year, but had a big game against West Virginia Thanksgiving weekend with 136 rushing yards. But he admits, his teammates admit, and the coaches admit, we never saw this coming, what he's done the last month.
Been absolutely sensational. Size, speed, the vision, the paces, the strength, off the charts.
On third down, Bowman to throw with time. Completion for a first down out near the 40-yard line. Owens with his second catch already. Gain of 11.
Well, it's an excellent job by Rashad Owens sitting it down. Zone coverage in the back end from Oklahoma. And Owens feels that soft spot in the zone. And a nice find by Alan Bowman to move the chains.
They have some injuries at wide receiver. John Stribling is out for the year. Jaden Bray didn't play last week. He will not go today. Talon Shetron has also been banged up. Bowman with a jump pass, and what a catch with one hand by Owens in Oklahoma territory for a gain of 14.
A little play action pass, get the backers up, one-on-one outside. This pass way too high. Watch Rashad Owens climb the ladder, bring it in, and complete the process of the catch. Phenomenal concentration by Rashad Owens to go up and bring that pass in.
3 catches for Owens. Now 30 on the season. High school triple jump champ. And you saw him get up there to make the catch. Bowman throwing again. And this time Owens can't hang on. Second down.
They are targeting Rashad Owens early. He's out there working on Gentry Williams, a talented sophomore from Tulsa who was out a week ago against Kansas. Good to have him back. But I think they're testing to see if he's fully healthy here early on.
Dusty, I love that offensive formation for Oklahoma State. They get in that diamond with Ollie Gordon set in the back, 2 offset backs to each side. It's very difficult to set a strength defensively to that formation.
2nd and 10 for Oklahoma State in OU territory. That's Presley, the motion man. And another pass play. Breaking a tackle is Presley inside the 30. They finally get to him at the 20-yard line, but it's a gain of 26, and Oklahoma State is on the cusp of the red zone.
Well, Brendan Presley's as good as anybody you'll see on the field today, out in space. Motion him out there, just a quick screen, and it's an excellent job by Braden Cassidy to get out there, set that block, and it's off to the races for Mr. Presley.
And now they hand it to Gordon on first down. He doesn't get anything. Brought down by Ethan Downs, so that's 2 carries for Ollie Gordon that Oklahoma has done well against, but Alan Bowman off to a great start on this opening drive, passing 4 of 5, 53 yards.
And the opening drive has been one of the big changes during this 4-game winning streak. First 4 games of the year, the opening possession yielded 3 punts and a pick. The last 4 in the 4-game winning streaks, 3 touchdowns and a field goal, and a great start here in Bedlam.
But 2nd and 10 because of no gain on 1st down. Here's Gordon again. Jump cut in the hole. Bust it to the outside. And Gordon diving for the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Well, he's been the best player in college football for the last 5 weeks, and he caps out this drive. Nice job of blocking, and you see the ability to make that initial defender miss, hits the sidelines, and dives into the end zone. Outstanding opening drive for the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
So Oklahoma surrenders points on the first drive of a game for the first time this season. Again, they're coming off a loss against Kansas last week, trying to bounce back. The extra point makes it 7-0 Cowboys. Just 3 minutes and 21 seconds into the game.
Well, Ollie Gordon's the story coming into today. And after Alan Bowman moved him down the field, it's Ollie Gordon finding the end zone. Pokes on top.
Disney Plus.
All season long, student sections across the country are competing to be the Taco Bell Live Más Student Section of the Year. Download the Taco Bell app to learn more. And they have been fired up all week long for this one. That student section was packed a good 2 hours before kickoff here in Stillwater. Ollie Gordon with his 11th rushing touchdown. He's in the top 10 in the country. So go to the end zone for a touchback, come out to the 25.
Let's take a look at that touchdown run. Little zone scheme called up by Casey Dunn. And look where Ollie Gordon is, back in the pistol where he can get set up. Take Braden Cassidy all the way across, zone on the front side, and it's about one-on-one in the hole. Keith Lawrence going to come down, and Ollie Gordon, like he does so good, makes the defender miss, hits the speed burst, and gets in the end zone. Good blocking up front. But to bust those runs, you've got to be able to make that defender miss, and no one making defenders miss better in the country right now than Ollie Gordon.
Oklahoma State has found its running back. Can Oklahoma find its guy? As Dylan Gabriel's going to throw to Stoops on 1st down, and he's out to the 32-yard line. Getting tackled after a pickup of about 7. Dylan Gabriel did the damage on the ground last week against Kansas, had 3 rushing touchdowns in that game, but struggled throwing the ball. He's still 3rd in the country in total touchdowns. Back to throw here in trouble, gets rid of it, and Sawchuk with the catch and powers his way past the line to gain. A pickup of 5 and a 1st down for OU.
Gavin Sawchuk, they needed to really step up and emerge as that feature back, and he's a quality pass catcher out of the backfield.
And a big hole here off the right side. Sawchuk into Oklahoma State territory, and the Cowboys won't catch him. A 64-yard touchdown run by Gavin Sawchuk.
And this is the explosiveness they knew Gavin Sawchuk could bring to the table. Quality blocking up front by the Oklahoma offensive line. Just going to pull here and get out in front and pull backside guard Caden Green. Hole opens up. Watch the burst through the hole as they pave the path. It's heels to the field, and Gavin Sawchuk into the end zone.
And Dusty, they wanted him a couple weeks ago to be their guy because they've been bouncing back and forth between several running backs. Tawi Walker was the top ball carrier last week, but he got hurt in that game. We don't know that we'll see him today, as the extra point is good. But for Sawchuk, a redshirt freshman who's so talented, that's a big boost for this Oklahoma offense as they tie the game. We've got 2 touchdowns in 4 minutes and 9 seconds in the final Bedlam.
ABC College Football is presented by Tums. Tackle game day heartburn fast and love food back. Use as directed. And in part by Chick-fil-A. The new Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich has arrived at Chick-fil-A. Enjoy it for a limited time.
A ton of heartbreaking moments in the final seconds over the course of 117 previous meetings in this great rivalry. Will this one come down to the wire as well? 91 wins for Oklahoma. That's the most by any team in college football against another, tied with Nebraska's 91 against Kansas. But Oklahoma State won here 2 years ago on Lincoln Riley's last game. The next day, Riley was off to USC. Presley is deep, going to let it go over his head for a touchback. Take a look at this college football playoff rankings brought to you by Allstate. Texas has just defeated Kansas State in overtime, so the Longhorns for now are alone atop the Big 12 standings. Don't forget tonight, you got Washington at USC. Florida State and Pitt are over on ESPN right now. Georgia off to a 3-0 start against Missouri.
Feels like a separation Saturday in college football today, Dave. Not just in the college football playoff rankings, but a lot of these conference and divisional races all across the country. Big matchups, especially this one we have here in front of us.
Play action pass for Bowman on the move, being chased, floats it downfield. Receiver coming back to the ball. Again is Rashad Owens, and close to another first down, by far the most targeted player here. To say the least, every pass has gone his way so far.
Route so good here by Rashad Owens, a comeback route. He sells the speed down the field. He gets Gentry Williams in his back pedal, works back, and a nice find once again by Alan Bowman.
A gain of 10, kind of an interesting formation there. Then they shift it and bring Gordon into the backfield and pitch it to him, trying to get him on the perimeter. And he's out to about the 39 for a gain of 4.
Now this turnaround by Oklahoma State, and for this offense, for this football team, it was fascinating to talk with Mike Gundy yesterday after the South Alabama game. He looked at everything, he came in, and he said, we got to do things different. We got to go to more of a pistol look. We got to get our running back behind our quarterback, start getting him downhill. And it changed everything. And interesting enough, Ollie Gordon went to the coach and said, give me the opportunities and I'll get it fixed. And boy, Dave, has it been fixed ever since that massive adjustment for this Cowboys offense.
It was a combination of the two. It was Gordon saying, look, I can be your guy, I can help, and Mike Gundy saying, I believe the same thing. And then the coaches were on board, and everything has changed since. Bowman going to throw it again, though, and it's caught. Owens with his 5th grab already, and it's a first down to the 48, a gain of 12.
They're going to have to do something to give some help over there, continuing to pick on Gentry Williams, and he's not playing off coverage. He's right there, just a good route. And nice throw by Alan Bowman. Tom, I'll tell you what, this is as sharp as I've seen Alan Bowman all season, the way he's starting this game.
Dusty, I was just going to jump in and say the same thing. He's in rhythm. He's getting the ball out of his hand, not holding on to it. And he's throwing a catchable football. And in the case of Owens, he's so physical, it's tough to press him at the line of scrimmage.
220 pounds, big target out there.
Gordon again, bouncing around in the hole, nowhere to go, wrapped up. Terry there first. And then you saw Jonah Laulu lose a helmet. He's going to have to go to the sideline. And again, Bowman, you guys were talking about the story of Ollie Gordon kind of parallels the story of Alan Bowman. He became more of a leader. He showed the coaching staff and his teammates that they can follow him and that they should believe in him, and guys have responded to that as he dumps it off here on the edge to Presley, and good defensive play that time by Billy Bowman. And you think about Bowman's story. I mean, when he's at Texas Tech his first year, he was playing great as a true freshman, but on 2 different occasions he had a punctured lung. And in fact, he told the Texas Tech coaching staff, I'm going to stay in the game. The second time it happened, that's how tough he is. So it's quite the story after 2 transfers and all the injuries to be riding a 4-game winning streak with him at the helm. Now he's got a big play here on 3rd down and long. And Bowman taking a shot, and he overthrows the intended target, Leon Johnson III, making it 4th down and 8.
Well, Leon Johnson really emerged a week ago against Cincinnati, the 6'5" target from Georgia Fox, Division III school up in Oregon. Thought they might redshirt him with injuries, had to insert him a week ago. He stepped up, and he was fantastic at 5 catches for a $149. If they get one-on-one matchups, they're going to try to take their shot. Oklahoma loaded up, brought pressure, got the ball out of Bowman's hand quick, and that pass overthrown. Good stop by the Oklahoma defense.
Oklahoma State trying to pin Oklahoma deep. Here's Cock with the punt. Freeman getting out of the way, and it kicks sideways, and it does not go into the end zone. It's down at the 1-yard line. Great hustle that time by Oklahoma State to get down there. It was Nixon, Jaden Nixon, After just a terrific punt by Cock, and Oklahoma will be backed up on its 1-yard line when we come back.
To you, Dave.
And Kev, they're alone in first place, and their playoff hope still alive. Same goes for Oklahoma, but in a tie game midway through the first and backed up on the Sooner 1-yard line. On the last series, Gavin Sawchuk had the longest run for Oklahoma this year, a 64-yard touchdown, and he'll get the call here. Bounces off of the first hit and gets to the 5-yard line for a 3-yard pickup. They're going to need also the quarterback Dillon Gabriel to be better than he was last week. And Brent Venables, the Oklahoma head coach, told us this week, he talked with Dillon and said, look, take your layups. You won't go broke by making a profit. Just be smart. Take what the defense gives you.
I think a week ago, that weather, that rain, that early pick six kind of shook the confidence of Dillon Gabriel. Jeff Levy told us he's confident and ready to roll here today.
And he has a pass that's dropped by Gavin Freeman. That won't help. It'll bring up 3rd down. But you think about where Gabriel was a few weeks back. He was at the front of the Heisman Trophy conversation. Not out of it by any means. He's still among the nation's leaders in total offense and points responsible for. See what he does here on 3rd and 7.
And a big factor today, pushing the ball down the field. This Oklahoma State secondary has given up a lot of explosive plays down the field. Can Dillon Gabriel and these wide receivers take advantage?
You heard the paddles by the Oklahoma State fans being slammed against that back wall, which is really close to the end line. Gabriel throws a strike for a first down to Jalil Farouk out to the 19-yard line. We weren't sure how much Farouk would play. He was arrested Thursday after a traffic stop. 4 driving-based warrants were out, and they were, as the flag is down, we were told that they were going to handle things internally. And he was out there in the opening kickoff, and he's been out there with the first team offense, so it appears no disciplinary action in terms of in-game.
Oklahoma trying to pick up that pace, pick up that tempo. Everybody not set on the offensive line. Mistakes were a real issue a week ago in Lawrence, Kansas. They want to be a more disciplined, sound team here today.
Yeah, that time, Dusty, Dillon Gabriel wasn't aware that Jalil Farouk did not have the play call.
So 1st and 15 on the OU 15. Gabriel throwing on the run, and Stoops does well to get positive yardage. 2nd catch for Stoops, 42 on the year for a guy that was a walk-on for 3 years until he broke out last year, son of great Oklahoma coach Bob Stoops.
Well, he's got such toughness and playmaking ability.
Gabriel climbing the pocket, fumbles the ball, but recovers it. He was sacked by Xavier Benson, the emotional leader of the defense.
Xavier Benson, he's going to bring the juice and bring the energy. Unaccounted for, you see Austin Stogner trying to work back across, turns his shoulder. Nice job avoiding by Benson. Doesn't just get the quarterback down, but gets the ball out. Big play by the senior.
Pressure up the middle. Gabriel, long throw, and wide open is Nick Anderson. Crossing midfield, keeping his feet going. And they finally get him out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Somehow Nick Anderson, who has 8 touchdowns on 18 catches, got free for 48
so
yards.
By Dillon Gabriel. He feels the pressure inside, works to his left, and locates Nick Anderson wide open on the deep dig route coming across. And Nick Anderson, excellent with the ball in his hands after the catch. What a huge play on 3rd and long.
2 brothers played in this rivalry as members of the Oklahoma team, Rodney and Ryder. And the ball is on the ground as they were trying to pitch it back. And recovered by Oklahoma State. Recovered by Benson at the 43-yard line.
Well, that had disaster written all over it from the start. Direct snap to Javonte Barnes. He doesn't handle it clean. Looks like he almost tries to give it to Dillon Gabriel. Ball is on the ground. And Xavier Benson with his 2nd big play of this drive Careless with the football and a massive mistake by Oklahoma.
Dusty, it looked like Gabriel was expecting to get the ball back. It's kind of a weird flea flicker there to have a direct snap and a handoff to the quarterback to throw the ball. So the first turnover of the game, that did in Oklahoma last week against Kansas, and they've been very good in the turnover ratio this year, as that pass is caught out at the 45 by Josiah Johnson and out to the 48, so about 5 yards there.
Kobe McKenzie in the game now. Redshirt freshman linebacker Jared Kanik not on the field. He had not been playing great. We thought we might see some of Kobe McKenzie, and as we've talked about, no Danny Stutzman, Kip Lewis in there. A couple of redshirt freshmen going to have to be key pieces in that second level of the Oklahoma defense.
And Dusty, a much smaller unit at linebacker as well against this run game.
4.5 to go here in the opening quarter. Game tied at 7. And Gordon on the run. He gets drilled, and that's Kip Lewis, who is replacing the injured Danny Stutzman. Lewis, instinctive, aggressive, smart.
He's a good football player. Just lacks size and experience, but boy, you could tell talking with Ted Roof and Brent Venables this week, Kip Lewis knew he was going to have a big opportunity, and every time they've given him these opportunities throughout the year, he's made the most of them. Nice job coming downhill, making that tackle.
Stutzman has not played at all. Big 12 Player of the Year candidate. Injured his right ankle last week against Kansas. And the redshirt freshman Lewis filling in did a great job there to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Cowboys. And Bowman to the air. Has time. Presley is open. 1st down. And wrestled to the ground by McKenzie. But it's a fresh set of downs in Oklahoma territory.
What's the old mesh route? Just 2 receivers crossing one another. Brennan Presley just a shallow crosser. And it's Kobe McKenzie kind of gets lost there in space. Both those linebackers. Nice job with the play call by Casey Dunn. Attack that second level of defense with the inexperience at linebacker. And boy, Brennan Presley so good out in space. Big 1st down there by Oklahoma State.
Casey Dunn, the play caller, and Brennan Presley dating his daughter. He has been for a couple of years. Good run by Gordon, shedding a tackle and getting about 6 or 7 down to the 37-yard line. 5 straight 100-yard games, 2 consecutive 200-yard games for Ollie Gordon, the second on the ground. 553 rushing yards over the last 2. The most since Barry Sanders had over 600 in a 2-game span. Back in 1988 when he won the Heisman. Gordon is bottled up this time by Isaiah Coe. Another 3rd down coming up.
Run stunt there up front. The defensive line moved. Nice job. A little penetration created by Isaiah Coe. Not much room for Ollie Gordon to navigate through. To your point, Dave, I mean, when he gets downhill, he just runs through arm tackles like they're not even there. It is outstanding to watch on film. Now, right now, playbook wide open. You can hand it. Also, RPO in play. Watch Rashad Owens in the slot.
Owens has been targeted a handful of times already here in the opening quarter. And instead, it's going to be Gordon. And a flag comes down. Gordon did get the 1st down, but let's see if it ends up being a holding call.
Holding. Offense, number 16. 10-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
It's on the tight end, Josiah Johnson, so it'll be 3rd down and long.
Josiah Johnson been really good in the pass game. He's a big target at 6'5". Right here off the edge. He's working on Kip Lewis, the linebacker. Yeah, gets a tug, gets a grab on that shoulder. Right at the point of attack where Ollie Gordon was trying to make his hay.
So now 3rd and 13. See if Oklahoma comes after Bowman here in an obvious passing situation. They rush 4. Bowman has a completion and a good open field tackle on Johnson by Billy Bowman, but it's manageable. 4th down at about 4, and Oklahoma State's going to go for it.
Not surprised at all that we see Mike Gundy keep his offense on the field and roll the dice with Billy Bowman tackling the bigger 6'5", 210-pound Leon Johnson. Nice job getting him to the ground. Oklahoma looking to try to change personnel.
Analytics say go for it on 4th down and 3 from the 36. Bowman, Presley on the catch and a 1st down, and spun to the ground by Washington at the 25. Strong throw that time by Alan Bowman.
Well, look, that's the play action. That's what Ollie Gordon does. Washington, Brendan Presley, two guys that are veterans that have played in Bedlam many times, and it's Brendan Presley that wins inside. And Alan Bowman continues to be very good here in this opening quarter.
Started week 2. His first start in over 1,000 days. Again, they were rotating 3 quarterbacks at the beginning of the year. Bowman throwing here, and that was caught. A flag down. Leon Johnson III, who didn't even start playing until a week ago because of injuries. A transfer from George Fox College in Oregon, somehow made that catch.
You're going to get it. It's going to be a pass interference on Woody Washington. Did he complete the process of the catch?
Doesn't matter because you're going to get first down with the flag. But yes, it.
Pass interference. Defense number 5. Penalty is declined. Resulting plays first down.
Well, that's great concentration by Leon Johnson III. He's got Woody Washington draped on him. I think Woody Washington even gets his hand in this football. Hands underneath. That's a catch. Wow. Well done by the George Fox product.
They were planning on redshirting him, but then all the injuries forced him into action. Last week in his first career start for Oklahoma State, he had 149 receiving yards. 6'5", 207 pounds. Big target for Bowman. Oklahoma State going to snap it one more time. Gordon on the pitch, trying to get the edge. And grabbed at the ankles by Kendall Dolby. Good tackle and a loss of 1 on the play.
All around good defense there by Oklahoma to get Gordon to the ground.
And we'll be back after these messages and a word from our ABC stations.
The AT&T Countdown to the College Football Playoff National Championship. Monday, January 8th on ESPN.
The All-State playoff predictor looks pretty good for Oklahoma to make the college football playoff, but they got to win the rest of their games. Won't be easy. Obviously today you got West Virginia at BYU, TCU at home, and then the Big 12 title game if the Sooners get there. They do have a win over Texas. Oklahoma State, negative play on first down. Bowman running on second down inside the 5. Bowman in for the Oklahoma State touchdown.
Getting up to that second level with the key block. Also, Ollie Gordon paving a path, and Alan Bowman paying off that drive. He has been as good as we've seen all season so far, throwing it and then with a nice run
of a touchdown
into the end zone.
He was 5 of 5 passing on that drive for 48 yards. His second rushing touchdown. He's not really known as a runner.
Dusty, if there were 50 plays Oklahoma was expecting on that down, that was play 51.
It was Casey Dunn. He pulled that one out of nowhere.
No doubt.
Guys, they're going to review this just to see if the knee was down before the ball crossed the plane. Bad turnover by Oklahoma. They had 3 last week, and they were 3rd in the country in turnover margin. Based on that angle, it doesn't look like there's enough to overturn the ruling on the field.
Angle here. That knee's down. Looks like that ball has already broke the plane. I'd be surprised if this doesn't stand.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
And Alan Bowman's resurrection story continues. A guy that again was injured after playing a ton as a true freshman at Texas Tech. Ended up transferring to Michigan, where he basically was a backup in 2020 or 2021 and 2022. He got his undergraduate degree from Texas Tech in sports management, got his master's in supply chain management December of last year from Michigan. Now playing ball in Stillwater, his 3rd stop, and playing great for this red hot Cowboy team that's won 4 in a row and now leads 14-7 over OU.
A couple of key blocks that make this work. So at the center, Joe Mahalski, he's going to come up and he's going to get a block, and then it's Ollie Gordon as well. Good patience here on the draw by Alan Bowman, allows these blocks to set up, and then he powers his way into the end zone. And as Tom and I were talking about, Not something we typically see from Alan Bowman or this offense. And let's go back to how it started. Oklahoma, after converting a big 3rd and 13, direct snap to Javonte Barnes, tries to hand the ball to Dylan Gabriel. Disaster from the beginning. Xavier Benson jumps on it. And then in 11 plays, Oklahoma State cashes in for a touchdown.
Back to Bowman. Look, I know the transfer portal gets chastised for good reason a lot, but he is an example where the portal is very beneficial. Gets another opportunity, a guy that's battled injuries, and again, opportunities that didn't go his way, gets one final chance and has made the most of it. Pretty cool story. Logan Ward to kick it deep. In the field of play, Farouk will return it. And he gets drilled at the 16-yard line. The Cowboy Gunners were all over that, led by Cam Franklin. Well, tonight on ABC, number 5 Washington taking on 20th ranked USC with coverage starting 7:30 Eastern ABC and the ESPN app. Tuesday, 7 Eastern ESPN. It's the exclusive reveal of the next college football playoff top 25 rankings. You got Oklahoma 9th in the first rankings and Oklahoma State number 22.
What a game there tonight in LA. The reigning Heisman Trophy winner against right now the leader and the most Heisman Trophy odds, and Michael Penix. Should be a good one with a lot of offense.
Oklahoma backed up for most of this day. Started at the 1-yard line on the last drive. This one, they start on their 16. Gavin Sawchuk gets a yard.
Last time we saw Oklahoma State go down and score a touchdown, Oklahoma answered right back with a score of their own.
Xavier Benson shaken up, and that's big. He is the emotional leader. Another guy that's bounced around from school to school looking for an opportunity to shine the way he has this year. Started out at Texas Tech, went to junior college, then Oklahoma State. He's been great so far in this game, but hurt right now.
You see in Disney Plus.
This season, for every field goal and extra point made by participating universities, Allstate will make a contribution to the university's general scholarship fund. Thank you, Allstate. On the last play, Xavier Benson for Oklahoma State was banged up. Jeff Robertson is in for him. And earlier in the game, Jason Brooks, starting left guard, who did not play last week, came back today, but he is going to the locker room. And a penalty marker down, pre-snap foul on 2nd down and 9. Early second quarter, Oklahoma State leading by 7 here in the final Bedlam 118th meeting.
Encroachment, offense, number 3. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down. He lined up in the neutral zone.
So that's on Jalil Farouk, so that'll make it 2nd and 14. Second penalty on OU.
Second one of this offense, and what's so devastating about that, so bad, is backs you up. Now you're in 2nd and super long, exactly where Jeff Lebby didn't want this offense to be.
Just a lack of discipline, too. I mean, you're lining up on the ball. Just look to the official to make sure you're all right.
Year 2 for Brent Venables as the head coach. They had a losing season last year, their first since '98, and another huge running lane, although Sawchuk got tripped up in the hole by Kendall Daniels. Otherwise, that might have been out the gate. Gain of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 7.
And McCade Matoyer, Tyler Guyton pulling around. The tackle by the shoestrings from Kendall Daniels.
Gabriel taking a shot. Got a receiver. It's Farouk. Knocked away, incomplete by Cam Smith. 4th down.
With Cam Smith running stride for stride. Here with Jalil Farouk. A little bit of contact down the field, does not draw a flag. Both of them hand fighting. Jalil Farouk working his hand off. Cam Smith just kind of both jockeying for position. It's really good coverage down the field.
Oklahoma will punt from its 5-yard line. Luke Elzinga. Little shifting here, but still planning on the punt. This is a line drive. Presley backing up, and the fair catch made inside the 30-yard line. Early second quarter here in Stillwater on a beautiful 70-degree day.
Wednesday on ABC.
Take a look at today's hardest working player, brought to you by Duluth Trading Company.
Well, Ollie Gordon was the story coming in, but it's been the Alan Bowman show, and especially to Rashad Owens. Nice job getting the ball out here. A crucial third down. Getting the ball out quick to Brennan Presley, and then capping off the second touchdown of the day for the Cowboys with a quarterback draw. Alan Bowman has been nothing short of excellent. 12 of 14 for 126 yards and a touchdown run.
A lot of houses divided in this rivalry, including the Bowman household. He has two sisters that played soccer at Oklahoma. But the greatest divided house might belong to the head coach of Oklahoma State. We'll tell that story here after first down. Bowman floats it downfield, wide open. Leon Johnson III out past the 40-yard line to the 46, gain of 20.
Well, they faked a screen to the outside. They get Kendall Dobie to jump up, jumps that screen, and they leave Leon Johnson wide open on the sidelines. Nice job keeping his foot in bounds to complete the catch.
Gordon bottled up on first down, gain of 2. All right, let's tell that Gundy story. Mike Gundy, who's one of the top offensive coaches in the country, second longest tenured coach in the country. If he wins today, it'll be win number 100 in Big 12 play, joining Bob Stoops and Bill Snyder as the only coaches to win 100 Big 12 games. He grew up in Oklahoma City, in an Oklahoma home. In fact, when he told his parents that he was going to Oklahoma State, he told us his mom wept. And he originally was going to play for Barry Switzer. So his dad made him call Switzer on the phone to tell him that he wasn't coming. We asked Coach Gundy how that went. He said, not good. Here's a pass that's thrown by Bowman out of play, incomplete, intended for Owens. It'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, you know, he was telling us, you know, Jamel Holloway at the time was a freshman and just led Oklahoma to a national championship. And he felt, you know what, I'm probably not going to play. Came up to Stillwater, liked it, felt that the offense suited him, fit him better. He came here, now 33 seasons with this program, as impactful at Oklahoma State as really any coach we've seen at any university in the country.
Gundy played with Thurman Thomas and Barry Sanders, played quarterback. Let's see what his current quarterback Bowman does, dumping it off here to Gordon. And Gordon has a first down. And Gordon down to the 34. On 3rd and 9, they pick up the first down, a gain of about 20.
Well, they set the screen up. These defensive linemen, they allow them clean, and no one fills the screen. Nice job getting out in front by a host of Cowboys offensive linemen, Preston Wilson, Joe Mahalski, and Ollie Gordon out in the open field with blockers in front is a scary proposition for this Oklahoma defense.
And Kendall Dolby saved the touchdown there, tripping him up. We already saw a 20-yard touchdown run by Gordon. That's his 22nd catch of the season. Nation's leading rusher coming into today. Bowman's pass caught. Owens again got 6 grabs and ripped to the ground by Lewis and Walker.
Creating separation out there on the outside. Kenai Walker now in. We saw Alan Bowman really picking on Gentry Williams early. Nobody seemingly has the answer for Rashad Owens on the outside. Continues to get open, and Alan Bowman continues to find number 10.
They've got Oklahoma guessing, Dusty. I mean, it's the quick screen pump and down the sideline. Then it's the screen on 3rd and 9. Short stuff, the run game. They're on their heels, man.
They are. And they possessed the ball for almost 14 minutes. Oklahoma's barely had it 5. Here's Gordon, and he gets level. But he got the first down. So another first down for Oklahoma State. They'll continue to possess the football here. Bothroyd with the big hit. That's 13 first downs now for the Cowboys, just 4 for the Sooners. Ollie Gordon II had 7 carries for 13 yards in this game last year. Had 19 carries through the first 3 games this year. They went to him game 4, and they have not looked back. Bowman to throw on first down. Over the middle, and incomplete. Intended for Owens, and good defense that time by Robert Spears Johnson.
Very good coverage by Robert Spears Jennings. A nice job right there in the hip of Rashad Owens, creating the pass breakup. Well, we've seen a lot of shifts from this Oklahoma State offense today, shifting into different things, a lot of motions. Casey Dunn knowing without Danny Stutzman, making these young linebackers have to do a lot of thinking, a lot of adjusting.
2nd down and 10. High snap. Here's Gordon inside the 20. And again, Spears Jennings there defensively at the 19. So a run of 4 yards, third down, big third down here for Oklahoma's defense. Got to be gassed right now.
Very important third down for this Oklahoma defense. 8th play of this drive was a 10-play drive prior to the 3-and-out for Oklahoma offensively. A 32-13 play discrepancy. At this point, holding them to 3 would feel like a massive win. Brandon Presley.
Bowman flushed out of the pocket, being chased, and throws it away. It was Kip Lewis in the backfield for Oklahoma, and now it is 4th down and 6, and Oklahoma State will try a field goal.
Sooners dial up some pressure. You see inside pressure coming from Jaron Kanik. Nice job keeping contained. Quality coverage down the field. That was a really good possession for Robert Spears-Jennings. Good coverage. He had a nice tackle. That's a big stop for the Oklahoma defense.
So a 36-yard field goal try. Has to feel like a major win for Oklahoma, given how long its defense has been on the field. The field goal is good, though, and Oklahoma State extends its lead to 10 early second quarter here in Stillwater.
It's the Dogs up by 3. Back to you, Dave.
All right, Kev, 17-7 Oklahoma State. The Cowboys have run 20 more plays than the Sooners. OU has had just 13 plays in this game. This drive will start on the OU 25 after the touchback. Kickoff here Sunday with NFL Countdown, 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN. Coverage of the big NFC East matchup between the other Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And then our Week 9 Monday Night Football matchup features the red-hot New York Jets. Have won 3 in a row. They got the Chargers, Eastern, 5 Pacific, ABC. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, ESPN, Deportes as well. On ESPN2, you got Peyton and Eli. Dylan Gabriel throwing on first down. Farouk tackled in the backfield for a loss. And Xavier Benson, who's back in the game, made the play along with Nick Martin, the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year.
Xavier Benson back on the field and making a huge play.
Gabriel just throwing it away from the pocket that time, as again Nick Martin was going to say Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year candidate. He's got the most tackles in the conference and the second most tackles for a loss. He was right in the face of Gabriel, third down.
Boy, if Oklahoma doesn't get this first down, no time has come off the clock. That defense is tired. Big third down.
From the pocket again. Long throw caught by Farouk, a first down past the 40-yard line.
Off coverage there by DJ McKinney. Nice route by Jalil Farouk. Crucial third down, second, third and long completion for Dylan Gabriel. In this drive, I think Dylan Gabriel's got to take over, got to continue to push the ball down the field.
Gonna hand it off for Sawchuk, who had a big run in the first quarter, and big play here between the tackles out to the 45, 16 yards for Sawchuk. A redshirt freshman from Colorado, and Oklahoma going again with tempo at the Oklahoma State 45. And this time, Sawchuk is knocked down in the hole by Anthony Goodlow, maybe a yard.
Had much more success with their gap schemes than their zone schemes. The big run there on first down, both the exact same, pulling Caden Green and McCade Matoyer.
Play fake, Gabriel setting up, launching it over the middle. Stoops makes the grab inside the 20-yard line. That was a big-time throw by Gabriel and a gain of 29.
Boy, I love the route outside. One-on-one coverage with Cameron Epps and an absolute laser down the field as Stoops elevates and brings it in.
Gabriel to Stoops again, makes an offender miss. And finally wrestled down short of the line to gain by a yard. Trey Rucker on the tackle. We got another injury to Oklahoma State. What a great story, though, Drake Stoops is. A walk-on back in 2018. Didn't get a scholarship until 2021. He's become one of their most reliable receivers, especially with Andrew Anthony out for the season after hurting his knee against Texas. We'll identify the injured Oklahoma State player when we come back.
Well, guys, take a look at this sound meter down here. You see that number right there? Look at how close in proximity. There's the corner right there of the pylon. Now look at how close the field is to the wall right here. I'm looking at 106, 107, 110. That's the equivalent of a chainsaw about a foot away from your ear.
Oklahoma running, Sawchuck close to the first down. It looks like he has it, pushing the pile, 1st and goal. Dusty, obviously you know what it's like down there. You were yelled and screamed at quite often down there.
It is tough. We played here in 2002 and we lost, and I can tell you what, that proximity Tom just showed, it makes it different. It's tough to communicate, and when things aren't going right, it's like pouring gasoline on a fire. They tried to prepare these players for this environment all week in practice.
Gabriel throwing, end zone wide open, touchdown. Drake Stoops, who lined up in the backfield, and Oklahoma State never located him, and the Sooners are within 4.
Boy, Jeff Levy moving players around, creating matchups. It's going to be right here. No one identifies him. No one accounts for him whatsoever. And Dylan Gabriel capping off this drive with a strike to Drake Stoops. What a series there for Dylan Gabriel. We're talking about this is where Dylan Gabriel needs to step up. It was Gabriel, it was Stoops, and it's a big Sooner touchdown.
And the noise level goes way down because of that throw and catch. Stoops with 6 touchdowns on the season. Gabriel's 20th touchdown pass, very much in the Heisman Trophy conversation. And that was a terrific bounce back drive by Gabriel in the OU offense. Not sure what the delay is here. Brent Venables is unsure as well.
Dylan Gabriel 5 of 6 on that drive, 57 yards, 3 catches by Stoops for 42 of those yards and a touchdown. On the day, Dylan Gabriel 10 of 13 for 138. He's been really good.
They just haven't had the ball, Dusty.
I know.
That's the killer. I mean, when he's got the ball in his hands, he's played fantastic.
He really has. Throwing it with a lot of conviction. Clearly has shaken off the performance at Lawrence a week ago.
Zach Schmidt on for the point after. And it's a 3-point game. Midway through the 2nd quarter here in the 118th and presumed final Bedlam. No scheduled meetings after this one, with Oklahoma off to the SEC.
Well, Drake Stoops, he's gone from walk-on and just a good story of Bob Stoops' son to a key piece of this Oklahoma program. Walk on from 2018 to 2020, earned that scholarship after the spring game, and really good last year, and he's been sensational this year. And it's the timeliness of some of his catches and plays. Huge play on that final drive against Texas. 3rd down, 4th down, he's the target. I remember watching him and his brother Isaac as little toddlers running around, jumping on pads, to go from that to watching him be a key piece of this Oklahoma program. It's been awesome.
And having that moment in such a special game obviously means a ton to him and his family. Brennan Presley is deep. Zach Schmidt to kick it. And Presley's going to return this one. He gets absolutely lit up at the 18-yard line. What a hit by Connor Neer. Flag is down. It didn't look like because of the hit. Looked like a clean hit by Neer, who sent the ball carrier far.
I was going to go there. And I see what you did.
During the return, holding, number 15 of the return team. Half distance to the goal, 1st down.
Big hit, big penalty. Backs him up.
Well, just momentum just kind of shifting here after that touchdown. Excellent answer by Oklahoma. Then you get a good special teams play, field position, always a big key. Let's bring this shot full, coming down right at you. Boom! Little taste of Bedlam here in Stillwater. Great tackle and a big hit from Connor Neer.
So Oklahoma's been backed up a good portion of this game. Now it's Oklahoma State's turn. Backed up inside the 10. But Alan Bowman has been sensational. He's got a rushing touchdown. He's also 15 of 20 passing for 172 yards. Gonna throw it here. Taking a shot downfield on 1st down. Incomplete. Intended for Leon Johnson. Woody Washington, the fifth-year senior, in coverage.
Well, you cannot do it any better than this by Woody Washington. And he's given up about 6 inches out on Leon Johnson, who's 6'5". Look at the position, gets his head around, gets the hand up, and an outstanding pass breakup. Just one-on-one out there on the perimeter. Washington, a little tug on that jersey.
Yep, fans wanted it, didn't get the call. Gordon is leveled by Dasan McCullough. Big hit, going low there on the runner. So short gain, going to bring up 3rd down and long. Ollie Gordon, 13 carries, 43 yards, 20-yard touchdown run. But again, this is a guy that has 250 yards rushing each of his last 2, and he's under 50 here in the first half.
Good job holding him in check. He had the big run early in the ball game of 20. Outside of that, really solid effort by the Sooner defense.
Got to get off the field here.
You would think a passing situation here, play fake, Bowman setting up on the move. And everybody covered, so he throws it away, and Oklahoma State will have to punt. Trace Ford, the former Cowboy, with pressure.
And Trace Ford, 4 years here at Oklahoma State. You see him start here, and then he gets back outside to force the ball out of Alan Bowman's hand. Excellent effort to the football as he's playing with a lot of passion, a lot of emotion. The coverage was good down the field. And the Oklahoma defense with a quick 3-and-out. Big stop.
Good last 2 series as Ollie Gordon looks a little shaken up, but good last 2 series by the defense for Oklahoma, playing without Danny Stutzman, who suited up but has not played a rep yet in this game. And muffing the punt is Bunkley Shelton, but hopping on it back at the 37-yard line. They've already turned it over once, putting the ball on the ground. 51-yard punt, and nearly a disaster turnover by the Sooners there.
Lee Bunkley Shelton, he just muffs that punt. He's looking it in the whole way, unable to catch it clean, and he very quickly jumps on top of that football, avoiding a disaster for Oklahoma.
Dylan Gabriel so far today, 10 of 13 passing, 138 yards and a touchdown. He had 239 yards of total offense in the first quarter against Oklahoma State last year, a Sooner record. Little dump off pass here. Farouk on the run. Pass midfield and finally dragged down by Martin in Oklahoma State territory at the 48, a 15-yard gain.
I love the formation. Farouk's in the wing right there, and it's just simple play action. Work him back across the formation. Easy dump down. Get the ball in your playmaker's hands.
Gabriel has the hot hand. Steps up here. Pitches it at the last second to Nick Anderson. Sawchuk blocking for Anderson, who's finally brought down at the 29. 19 more yards.
Innovative, creative. How about Dylan Gabriel? He's feeling it right now. Stepping up in the pocket. A little flip to Nick Anderson. And the speed in the open field for the big play.
And another little short dump off to Farouk. And brought down by Benson. Well, Dylan Gabriel started his career at UCF. You think about the run of quarterbacks they had: Mayfield, Murray, Hurts, as there is another injury. Cody Walterscheid shaken up for Oklahoma State. But a lot of people wondered about Gabriel. Could he follow in the footsteps of 3 outstanding quarterbacks? It was up and down last year. They had a losing season. He's been in the Heisman discussion all year long, struggled a little bit the last couple weeks, but feels like a bounce back day for him.
Absolutely. And when you have the performance like you did against Texas, and you've got this massive matchup here in Bedlam, if you can step up and perform, man, that anything that happened a week ago in Lawrence, it is absolutely erased.
Now a quick word from Cheez-It.
I'm RG3Z. See you next time. Hey, who changed my name to RG3Z?
Me? It's a great combo. Like college football and Cheez-It. You like?
You cheddar believe it.
And how will college football fans feel?
They're gonna be feeling the cheesiest!
Dave Pasch, Dusty Dvorak, Tom Luganbill in Stillwater. 5-minute mark, second quarter. Cody Walterscheid, one of many defensive players banged up in this game so far for Oklahoma State. Oklahoma 2nd and 8 at the 27. Gabriel perfect on this drive, passing. A lot of short dump offs. We'll see what we get here. He's going to hand it to Sawchuk. And there's Martin making the play. 3rd down.
We haven't talked a lot about Nicholas Martin today, but he's one of the best defensive players in all the Big 12. Instinctive, plays fast with fury and physicality all over the field. He's made his impact felt throughout this entire season for this Cowboys defense. Nice tackle there on second down.
First-year starter as well. Stoops in trouble in the backfield. Down he goes at the 33, a loss of 6, and they might push him out of field goal range. Xavier Benson with the takedown.
Boy, Xavier Benson is having himself one heck of a ball game. Talk about setting edges. Watch, he's going to be right here. And he's going to set this edge and force Drake Stoops nowhere to go. Working outside, nowhere to go. Sets the edge, and he makes the play. Big time stop by Xavier Benson, the Cowboys defense.
And Zach Schmidt now trying to tie the game. His career long is 46. This is a 51-yard attempt. Hugging the right upright. No good. That tackle of Stoops for a 6-yard loss pushed the Sooners out of field goal range. And Oklahoma State keeps the 3-point lead.
Zach Schmidt, that thing was coming back around, not quite enough. Just edges out to the right. And the Cowboys with a big stop on defense.
Schmidt now 9 of 14 on the year. Oklahoma State takes over on its 33-yard line. 3:40 to go. Here's Gordon up the middle. Stacked up. Keeps the feet driving. Out to the 38. Kobe McKenzie on the tackle. Gain of 5.
Physical run there by Ollie Gordon. Again, hitting it downhill as the legs keep moving after contact and picking up a couple extra yards.
This is kind of how he goes, though, isn't it, Dusty? He builds. All of a sudden, halftime rolls around third quarter, fourth quarter. That's where he gets going.
Second down and 5. Bowman, little dump off. Nice play. Gentry Williams all over Josiah Johnson, makes the hit at the line of scrimmage.
Well, Gentry Williams has had an excellent season so far. They missed him a week ago, and you see the tackling on the perimeter. It's one of the things he really brings. Not only good ball skills with the 3 interceptions, but man, on the edges, the ability to tackle in space on display, taking down the big Josiah Johnson.
So third down and 5, 2.5 minutes to go. Each team with all of its timeouts. You see what each team has done on third down so far. Will Oklahoma bring pressure? Bowman, pump fake on the run, and again forced to throw it away. Good coverage downfield. We've seen that a lot here in the second quarter. McKenzie did have some pressure, but credit the coverage of OU.
Well, you're exactly right, Dave. Down the field, just everybody locked up, nowhere to go with the football. I mean, Alan Bowman scanning, looking, hoping somebody comes open. But the Oklahoma secondary really making some good adjustments the last couple of drives and giving Alan Bowman no easy access and no open receivers.
So West Paul on to punt. Gavin Freeman deep for Oklahoma. We'll have about 2 minutes to work with and 3 timeouts. Short punt, very high, and the fair catch made at the 30. And let's check in with Kevin Nagandi in the studio.
Dave, Capital One halftime report minutes away. Booger McFarland, Kevin Nagandi here with you. Texas and Ole Miss survive. Florida State struggling on the road. Georgia in a tight one at home.
Yeah, Missouri's playing well. Brady Cook, Luther Burden making some big plays down the field. Tough struggle for a lot of upper-class teams today.
Yeah, we got some highlights coming your way. You've got a good one in Stillwater the final 2 minutes of the first half. Let's go back to you.
As we mentioned, Kev, 3 timeouts left for Oklahoma. Dylan Gabriel has the hot hand, but they're going to run on first down. Bouncing off of a Martin tackle attempt is Sawchuk. And a gain of about 3 to the 33-yard line. Tawi Walker last week had 23 carries for 146 yards, but was hurt. He suited up today, but isn't playing. Sawchuk getting just about every touch. Gabriel taking a shot. Downfield, contact. No flag, and the pass incomplete. Farouk couldn't bring it in. There was some contact from Corey Black.
One-on-one outside, Corey Black, and it looked like there was quite a bit of contact down the field. You see the hand fighting, but the contact there. Gets into his body, left arm. I don't know what Matt Austin back in studio feels, but surprised we didn't see a flag there. A lot of contact coming from Corey Black.
Oklahoma State with a chance to get the ball back and 3 timeouts. Place going nuts right now here in Stillwater. Gabriel launching it deep. Receiver is open. Oh, it's dropped. Nick Anderson, who has 8 touchdowns on the year, probably would have had 9 had he just made the catch, but he put it on the deck. 4th down.
Boy, Dylan Gabriel delivers a dime down the field to Nick Anderson. It's under pressure. Colin Oliver gets there. He gets hit right as he throws his football. Could not have placed it any better. And Nick Anderson absolutely drops it. Wow. Do not typically see that from such a young, talented receiver, Nick Anderson.
1:37 on the clock. 3 timeouts left for Oklahoma State. Oklahoma punting with Luke Elzingham. And the Sooners only had 10 guys on the field. Anderson, who just dropped that last play, was supposed to be out there.
OU, 30 seconds.
So made a second mistake there after dropping the ball, not being out there on punt team. Boy, this is everything, Dusty, we expected here in the final Bedlam. Big plays, the intensity that both teams are bringing to the table. It's what you expect out of this terrific rivalry.
The atmosphere is fantastic. This crowd is alive. And, you know, every time Oklahoma State has scored, you've seen Oklahoma be able to bounce back. You know, as we expected, this is going to be a tight one, probably all the way down till the very end. These defenses have started to settle in a little bit, especially that Oklahoma defense. What a great start to this final chapter of Bedlam.
And the 118th meeting they played every year over the last 114. Here's Presley in trouble, but gets out of there and then just runs out of space. Got hit out of bounds when they throw a flag. Looked like incidental contact really by Ethan Downs out of bounds, and so they don't throw the flag, and I think that's the right decision. 57-yard punt, but a 15-yard return. Tonight, number 5 Washington squaring off against 20th ranked USC. A lot of people down on SC, but I had a hard time counting out former Oklahoma quarterback and Heisman Trophy winner Caleb Williams. We'll see what happens in that game tonight on ABC. I'll ask if you agree or disagree. Big 12 now on ESPN Plus. College basketball season starts Monday. Over 275 exclusive games. ESPNplus.com/Big 12 now.
You know my thoughts. I told you at coffee this morning. I think USC shows up and Caleb Williams outshines Michael Penix here tonight.
On 1st down, Gordon on the delay. Past the 30, keeps driving the legs. Out to the 33. Keep in mind Danny Stutzman, the outstanding All-America candidate. Suited up, but has not played yet. His replacement, Kip Lewis, number 10, has been very good. Clock nearing 1 minute to go. Play action pass, a little behind, but pulled in by Leon Johnson for a 1st down. We're inside 2 minutes, so the clock will stop. Reset the chains, and the Cowboys still have 3 timeouts.
It's a good adjustment by Leon Johnson. That's on his back hip. He has to slow down from going full speed and catch that football. Good concentration on the completion.
Home crowd doesn't like this.
Got an injury. Jordan Kelly shaken up for OU. Well, both quarterbacks have played well so far in this game. Dylan Gabriel, good response through the air after, well, last week he only threw 19 passes the whole game, and he actually has more passing yards already in the 1st half than he had all of that game. But Alan Bowman's been the story. He's got a rushing touchdown, almost 200 passing yards through the 1st half with a 6th-year, 23-year-old 2-time transfer.
And both these quarterbacks really have played very, very well, throwing the football with a lot of confidence. A little quarterback duel here today in Stillwater.
Now, back as a true freshman at Texas Tech, he had a game where he threw for 600 yards. So he's had some big games, but again, injuries played a big role in his career early on.
Let's see how smart you are, Mr. Pash. Who was that 600-yard game on?
Was it against Oklahoma
State?
Cowboys.
Against his current team. Come on, man. I thought you did homework. You did your research. Obviously, I'm kidding. But I thought that was interesting. Mike Gundy knew very well what Alan Bowman was capable of is he had a career day against the Cowboys way back when he's playing for Cliff Kingsbury at Texas Tech.
I talked with Cliff a little bit this week about Bowman. He said that freshman year was one of the best years a true freshman had ever had for him. It was just such a shame to see the punctured lung happen twice, but he's rooting for him, as a lot of people are, because it's a terrific story. See what he does here on first down at the 42, and a timeout by Oklahoma State.
First charge, timeout of the half. Oklahoma State, 30 seconds.
All right, so with Texas winning earlier, beating K-State, the Longhorns now alone atop the Big 12 standings. Their defeat was against these Oklahoma Sooners, so Texas 5-1. They have TCU next week. Oklahoma State both 4-1, 4 straight wins for Oklahoma. Iowa State has really come on of late, 4-1.
They got a big one tonight on ESPN against Kansas. That's why I'm saying this is Separation Saturday all over the country, but especially here inside the Big 12. Texas giving themselves a great opportunity with that win today, direct path to Arlington, and the winner here today. We're going to look at all the remaining schedules of the teams in contention to get to Arlington. Oklahoma State, Oklahoma had the most favorable schedules remaining. That's why the winner of this game on so many levels so important. You still got to handle your business after Bedlam, but the winner of this game's got a direct path for a Big 12 championship appearance.
Oklahoma State has 2 road games left at UCF, at Houston. Play fake for Bowman, setting up, flushed out of the pocket again, and throwing it out of bounds again. Second down, 51 seconds remaining. Still 2 timeouts left for OSU. Oklahoma State will finish the year at home against BYU.
This offensive line of Oklahoma State, they really struggled early. I want to give them and Charlie Dickey so much credit. You know, really have stepped up and started to play excellent football. Dalton Cooper, they put him at left tackle, solidified things. They've allowed 1 sack in 4 games. We've obviously talked about Ollie Gordon and the holes they've opened up. That group so improved. Done a nice job here today.
On 2nd and 10, Bowman throws high and complete. Bowman in coverage on that pass intended for Presley. So Oklahoma still with an opportunity to get 1 final possession. It's 46 seconds remaining in the half.
And there's good protection there once again. Alan Bowman, plenty of time to distribute the football, but coverage tight down the field. This Oklahoma secondary has really started to lock down these Oklahoma State wide receivers.
Well, Dusty, the defense as a whole looks refreshed over the last 3 series. They've given the offense a chance. They've gotten off the ball. They look like they've got fresh legs compared to what we saw them at the end of the first quarter.
And Tom Bowman, meanwhile, 2 for his last 9 passing. See what he does here. 3rd down and 10. And it's going to be that delayed handoff again to Gordon. Oklahoma is not fooled. Dolby and Ford with the tackle.
Expected timeout by the Sooners.
And there's an injured player, and it's Gordon. Oh, my. We saw him hobbling on the last possession coming off the field. And he's been the best player in college football the last month. Leads the country in rushing, and all of that has come in the last 5 games for the most part. Barely played through the first 3 games. And every single Oklahoma State fan holding his or her breath right now with Gordon in some pain. To your point, I don't know that Oklahoma was going to call timeout there if not for the injury. The clock took 3 or 4 seconds to run, and then Gordon, they finally noticed he was banged up, and he'll hobble with a little help, although he's telling the trainers, I got it. I'll walk under my own power to the sideline.
I'd like to see that. Leaving. He's jogging off the field now. Great to see for Ollie Gordon. We'll take a look and see kind of maybe what happened. Tough to tell from there, but started kind of a slow walk off the field, and then he jogged off to the side. Hopefully no big deal, and he's going to be okay for the second half. And as Tom talked about earlier, I mean, as you look at this run Ollie Gordon's been on, first halves have been fine, but the second half, he is absolutely dominated during this 5-game stretch.
You think about all the great running backs they've had here at Oklahoma State. Obviously, the big 2 in the last 40 years. Barry Sanders, of course, and Thurman Thomas. It looks like Oklahoma not going to call timeout. Oklahoma State, I think, might have. Let's see. Nope.
The half's not over. The half's not over. Please come back.
I think Oklahoma State may have called timeout. I don't know why they would, though. I guess on fourth down now. Yeah, I mean, it's actually a smart play by Mike Gundy, because you put your offense out there, launch it downfield. Maybe you get a defensive penalty if you don't get a touchdown.
Please set the clock to 2 seconds.
Smart play.
2 seconds.
Oklahoma was already kind of jogging into the locker room as if it's halftime. Mike Gundy says, hey, wait a minute. Wait 1 second. Take a timeout here and take a shot down the field and see what happens.
I guess I understand Oklahoma not wanting to call timeout with you're going to be backed up, so you just go to halftime. But Mike Gundy, smart move there to give his quarterback one more shot. And Jaden Nixon now in at running back with Ollie Gordon obviously banged up on that last play, but he did jog off, as you mentioned. Bowman stepping up, throwing it. It's going to come up short of the end zone, and it's incomplete. Rashad Owens had a chance at it, couldn't pull it in, but the half's over, and Oklahoma State takes a 3-point lead to the locker room. And the last Bedlam. Capital One halftime report coming up. We'll be back after these messages and a word from our ABC stations.
This halftime report is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Monday Night Football, Herbert and the Chargers on the road taking on that Jets defense.
Why didn't you mention the other quarterback?
Monday Night Football. Yeah, we got a couple quarterbacks. The Manning cast, Peyton and Eli. Gavin Sawchuk, 64 yards of the house. Sooners down 3. They get the ball. This is a well-produced Robert Lemley production at the half. Our fantastic producer. Love you, Lem.
Who with me? Who with me? Who with me? Who with me? You're watching Statement Saturday, presented by Eckridge.
Welcome back to ESPN's Afternoon College Football on ABC, presented by Tums. This is Eckridge Statement Saturday. And from Stillwater, you're watching the Big 12 on ESPN. The 118th and perhaps final Bedlam. And Oklahoma State leading by 3. The difference, a missed 51-yard field goal by Zach Schmidt of Oklahoma. Sooners will get the ball to start half number 2. Looking to bounce back from a loss last week to Kansas. Oklahoma State, meanwhile, trying to win its 5th straight game. Both teams with 1 loss. Texas, a winner earlier today, now 5-1 atop the conference. Iowa State, Oklahoma State, all 4-1. Khalil Farouk is deep. And this will be a touchback. Will come out to the 25. Dave Pasch, Dusty Dvorak, Tom Luginbill down on the field, and both quarterbacks, Dusty, in that first half played really well.
Yeah, they did. I mean, Alan Bowman came out on fire. Wasn't missing anything. And Dylan Gabriel able to match him as that second quarter went on. Dylan Gabriel caps off this second scoring drive with a strike to Drake Stoops. And Alan Bowman, he had it going early, gotten himself into a rhythm. A big 4th down conversion to Brendan Presley. And then Casey Dunn dials up quarterback draw with Alan Bowman as he finds the end zone.
And they're throwing it first down to Brennan Thompson, just his 4th catch of the year. So Dylan Gabriel already in this game with 19 passing attempts. That matches how many he had last week for the whole game. Hands off to Sawchuk, who had a 64-yard touchdown run in the first half. And he gets about 15 more there. He's over 100 on the day.
Pull Walter Rouse, pull Caden Green. We've seen a lot of this counter gap scheme working great, this Oklahoma rushing attack.
Sooners going up tempo again. Jeff Levy, the play caller. Play action pass. Gabriel setting up, gets drilled as he launches it downfield into double coverage, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Dylan Smith, bringing it back to the 35 for Oklahoma State.
Mistake here by Dylan Gabriel. There was coverage over the top. He wanted to take the shot down the field on a deep post. Gets a big shot delivered by Nicholas Martin. And you see the coverage down the field. Dylan Smith able to get that interception. Big hit on the quarterback from Nicholas Martin.
Just took all the power off of the ball, Dusty, and it just hung up there like a punt.
Yeah, ball was up there forever. That's a great job by Dylan Smith.
And that's the second turnover of the day by Oklahoma. 3 last week in the loss to Kansas, so 5 in the last 2 games. First down on the 35 of Oklahoma State. Bowman. And that pass is caught by Rashad Owens, who's been the most targeted receiver on either team by far. It's a gain of about 6.
RPO action there. Linebackers come up. You see the slant with Rashad Owens getting inside leverage on Kenai Walker. It's been a big day for Rashad Owens.
And they run it here out to the 45-yard line. Ollie Gordon. Good to see him back after he was banged up at the end of the first half. Let's check in with Tom.
Well, guys, Brent Venables at Oklahoma said he just was excited to see his defense get off the field there in the second quarter, but now he's got to see his offense make plays. That was not how they wanted to start the quarter. Now, for Oklahoma State, coach said Ollie Gordon is fine. He's good to go. We've seen that here. And on top of that, he says those safeties for Oklahoma keep walking up to the line of scrimmage. He goes, I want to see Ollie bust one of those and be one-on-one with the safety on the back end.
All right, Tom, thank you. They were trying the quarterback sneak, but there was movement, so a penalty marker is down. That was 3rd down and 1.
Ball start. Offense. All 11 players are not set. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
So it'll be 3rd down and 6 now.
And they tried your favorite play, the tush push there. But as you referenced, boy, a costly false start. Got to allow everybody to get set. It's just 3rd and very short. Looked like they were going to have enough to move the chains. Now 3rd medium would be a huge stop for Oklahoma off the interception.
Oklahoma has won 7 of the last 8 meetings in Bedlam, but lost the last time in Stillwater 2 years ago. Trying to keep national title hopes alive. And there is Gordon breaking one. Past the 40, a stiff arm at the 30, and finally out of bounds at the 25. First big run of the day for Ollie Gordon. It goes for 40.
Well, here's the gap speed coming right at you. Josiah Johnson coming back across. Preston Wilson pulling. And the speed in the open field. How about the power with the stiff arm of Woody Washington? There's that big chunk run that Mike Gundy was looking for coming out of half.
So Gordon closing in on another 100-yard day. Would be his 6th in a row. Bowman. And that's Presley. Able to push the pile down near the 20-yard line and still moving it before he's wrestled down by Dolby and Lewis. Gain of 4 on the play. 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter. Oklahoma State looking to add to its 3-point lead. Just 3-15 under Mike Gundy in this rivalry against OU. The final Bedlam, at least on paper, here today in Stillwater. That's Gordon running downhill. Comes up short of the line to gain. A 3rd down and 1 or 2.
Once again, coming back to that counter play, pulling backside guard, the tight end coming back across. It's been the biggest changeup and adjustment that's allowed Ollie Gordon all the success on this run.
On 3rd down, Gordon tried to cut it back. Good tackle by Billy Bowman. And it's going to be close. Looks like it's 4th down. And again, Gordon slow to get up.
Billy Bowman. I mean, this is just an outstanding one-on-one out in space. Takes the legs out from the bigger Ollie Gordon. Billy Bowman, one of the best safeties in all the Big 12. Great in this 4th and short.
You like the decision to go for it? They don't have Gordon. They're going with Jaden Nixon because Gordon was banged up on that last play.
Ruling on the field. The runner being short of the line to gain. It's under further review.
So they'll take some time to look at this. But because of the injury, Gordon cannot come back in if he's healthy. So we'll step away with 11:13 to go. 4th down or 1st down when we come back. Ruling on the field stands. Ollie Gordon tackled short of the line to gain. Excellent spot live by this crew. See the forearm and the elbow down to the ball, not crossing the line to gain. So it's 4th down.
I like this call by Mike Gundy. Be aggressive. Been times when he's been conservative, not here in this spot. As Ollie Gordon back in the game.
And Gordon gets the carry, and he's dragged down short of the line to gain. What a play by Spears Jennings. Oklahoma takes over on downs, and Gordon is still on the ground shaken up.
Huge play by Robert Spears. Jennings going to come from the backside, unscathed. Watch the quickness and how tight he comes off that corner to grab the legs of Ollie Gordon and get a huge fourth down stop for this Sooner defense.
After the turnover by Gabriel, Oklahoma State moved the ball down the field, but they give it right back to the Sooners. Spears Jennings making a lot of big plays today. Has not played a lot lately. Here's Sawchuk out across the 20. Tripped up by Rucker. Gave about 5 that time for Gavin Sawchuk, who had 34 carries on the season coming into today. And he's got 11 carries for over 110 yards in this one. Play fake. Long throw. Stoops on the catch. Has a first down. Lunging forward to the 29. Gain of 9 on the play.
A lot of cushion out there on the outside by Dylan Smith. Dylan Gabriel identifies it, gets the ball to Stoops, the subtle movement, and he moves the chains with a first down.
Play fake again. Gabriel setting up. Pass over the middle is caught. Anderson first down. He dropped what might have been a touchdown earlier in the game. Held on to that one and shoved out of bounds by Rucker after a 26-yard pickup.
Man-to-man coverage. Nick Anderson working on Cam Smith. That's a simple dig route. Excellent route. And a strike once again from Dylan Gabriel.
Here's Stoops on the catch. And wrapped up at the 42-yard line. Got a stoppage of play here. Flag down.
Legal substitution. Defense. 12 players on the field. The ball snapped. 5-yard penalty. First down.
It's interesting. Tawi Walker's in the game. It's the first time he's been in the game. You wonder, did he make a mistake? He's not played yet today after getting injured late in the Kansas game. He's coming out now, and Sawchuk will go in.
Actually, Dalen Smothers, sorry, the true freshman. Very talented, explosive, got great speed checking in here for the Sooners offense.
Just 2 games played, 9 attempts on the year for Smothers.
Talk with DeMarco Murray before the game. He is excited about this young freshman.
12 players on the field. He's under further review.
And this is a reviewable play, so they're going to look here to see if there indeed was 12 players out there, if Oklahoma had 11. Oklahoma State, early third quarter,
Immediate timeout.
leading by 3. Excuse me, Oklahoma State with 12 players on the field. Be 1st and 5 Oklahoma if it stands.
Runs on Duncan.
So the best camera angle we can give you only shows the 11 people.
On the field stands. First down and 5.
And so they don't have enough video evidence to say that there was only 11. And there was some confusion as to whether it was Oklahoma that had 12 men. Mike Gundy was saying that we should be allowed to substitute because Oklahoma had a running back come off, and I think initially thought they might have had 12 guys, but it was 12 men on the field by Oklahoma State. So it's 1st and 5 for Oklahoma at the Oklahoma State 42. The Sooners trail by 3 early in the 3rd quarter of the final Bedlam. Sawchuk can't find a hole, spun down in the backfield for a loss on the play by Xavier Ross.
Xavier Ross makes the play, but it's also Colin Clay there in the middle, pushing, getting penetration. Nowhere for Gavin Sawchuk to go. Well done by the Cowboys D-line.
Well, that was huge. That basically was the entire 5 yards, and now a penalty on Stoops. They got the 5-yard penalty, and Oklahoma State lost 4 yards.
Offense, number 12. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
So basically, they've lost 9 yards now since the 12-man on the field call against Oklahoma State. Crowd a factor here. Packed house in Stillwater. They've been waiting for this one for a while. Oklahoma State won here 2 years ago, lost in Norman last year, and Brent Venables' first season at the helm. Venables, though, longtime assistant coach for Oklahoma, plenty of experience in this rivalry outside of a year ago. Here's Smothers out of the backfield, wrapped up and thrown down by Rucker at midfield. It'll bring up 3rd down and long.
Well, Trey Rucker tracks this play perfectly. Big physical hit on the true freshman, Dalen Smothers. They just wanted to get Smothers in that speed, that explosiveness of football out in open space. but the senior safety with a big hit, big play.
Gabriel on 3rd down and 13, facing a 4-man rush. Receiver open, Stoops inside the 25. Gabriel layers that ball over the defender, a 28-yard gain.
Well, the route here from Drake Stoops was excellent. You're going to see him in motion. Post, corner, no one identifies it. That soft spot in the zone, Dylan Gabriel makes him pay.
And they run Tawi Walker, his first touch of the game, and he's into the end zone to give Oklahoma the lead. 23-yard Sooner touchdown.
Well, once again, the gas beam has been working to perfection. Backside guard going to pull around. Backside tackle going to pull around. And Tawi Walker with just enough patience to let his blocks open up. Big hole, and even on a give ankle, finds his way into the end zone. Outstanding blocking by the Oklahoma offensive line. And Tawi Walker caps it off with a touchdown run.
Extra point good. Oklahoma leads for the first time today, 21-17. Tawi Walker, 6th rushing touchdown. Got hurt late last week against Kansas. He had not played this game until the second half, and that was his first touch. Now for today's Aflac trivia question. It's the 114th consecutive meeting in Bedlam. Second longest uninterrupted series in FBS history. Which series is longer? I think I know it.
It's a great question. Do you know it?
Big Ten.
It's Big Ten.
Big Ten.
Paul Bunyan's axe.
Wisconsin?
Right? We'll find out here in a second. Jake Nixon is deep. Great response by Dylan Gabriel, by the way. Touchback, Oklahoma State's turn to face adversity. Let's answer the Aflac trivia question. 114 consecutive meetings in Bedlam, second longest uninterrupted series in FBS history. By the way, Oklahoma didn't become a state until 1907. This series began in 1904. All right, is it Wisconsin, Minnesota? Survey says.
Wow.
116. It helps.
Where are you from?
I was gonna say it helps when you're from Madison. Otherwise,
okay.
Yeah.
Well done, Mr. Pash. Totally redeemed yourself.
I've been awful on that all year, so it's a fair point. Bowman to throw on first down, and the receiver coming back inbounds, and Justin make the catch. Rashad Owens was pushed out of bounds, it looked like. Came back in, and it's a 25-yard gain.
Wow, how about the concentration here from Rashad Owens? As he's forced out of bounds, works his way back in, high points the football, catches it on the second touch. It's an outstanding job of concentration, and Rashad Owens has been great all throughout this ball game. So he has to hobble off there. Big play, big answer after the touchdown drive from Oklahoma.
Unbelievable ball skills.
Man.
Back to throw Bowman again. And hits his tight end Johnson. He gets leveled to the ground by Dolby after a gain of about 6. So you've got a 100-yard rusher in Ollie Gordon for Oklahoma State. Rashad Owens about to get 100 yards receiving. Gavin Sawchuk for Oklahoma, 100 rushing yards. Oklahoma has 2 receivers closing in on 100 yards receiving in this game. 7 minutes to play in the third. Second down and 3 for Oklahoma State. It'll be Gordon off the left side, following his tight end. Come up short of the line to gain. Remember, Oklahoma State turned it over on downs last time down here. Tackle made by Reggie Pearson, who did not play in the first half because of a targeting call last week.
Good to have him back. A controversial targeting call right on the goal line. As quarterback Jason Bean goes into a slide, Reggie Pearson comes to meet him at the goal line. They tack on targeting. Good to have him back. He's a downhill aggressive safety, can help with this run support.
Could we be in 4-down territory here as well? 3rd and 2. Gordon leveled. Going to be close. Big hit by Kip Lewis, who's replacing the injured Danny Stutzman, and he's short. It'll be 4th down.
Kip Lewis has played really well today. He's undersized. He's only about 205, but bringing everything to the table and stacking up Ollie Gordon.
Standing right next to Coach Gundy right now, and he very quickly told him, let's go for it.
He's been aggressive today. He's going to stick with it.
Yep.
And they failed the last time and handed it off to Gordon in that situation. They have to get about a half a yard. Doesn't look like a tush push when the quarterback's in pistol.
It doesn't. And Ollie.
And Gordon is going to lose yardage. Gobbled up by Trace Ford, the former Oklahoma State Cowboy, who was in a war of words on social media this week with some former teammates as well as Mike Gundy. He made the play.
Well, this is just Oklahoma's defensive line, changing the line of scrimmage, getting penetration, and not allowing this first down. Isaiah Coe inside. You mentioned there with Trace Ford. Both these guys just getting across the line of scrimmage, creating that negative play. Nowhere for Ollie Gordon to go with the football. 2 times now in this half, the Oklahoma front, really the story, stopping Oklahoma State and Ollie Gordon. Back-to-back possessions on 4th down. And Danny Stutzman not on the field, but he's been on the sidelines as a leader all day. The midseason All-American loves what that front's doing.
Tawee Walker just scored the touchdown on the last drive for Oklahoma. Did not play in the first half because of injury, but is out there on 1st and 10. Gabriel to throw, gets leveled, and the pass is on target, though, to Stoops to the 42-yard line. Gabriel hops to his feet after he got popped that time by Martin.
Where Nicholas Martin times his blitz perfect, and boom! Big shot on Dylan Gabriel, but he stands in there, delivers the pass, and a nice pickup on 1st down. By the way, since Dylan Gabriel threw that pick on the opening possession, he's been flawless throwing the ball.
Another strike and another big hit. Stoops made the catch. He paid for it, though. Corey Black drills him at the 45. He's short at the line to gain by a couple of yards. 3rd down.
The pads are popping here in Bedlam in this second half. Massive hit there from Corey Black.
Tawee Walker going to get the carry here, and it's a 1st down and more into Oklahoma State territory. Walter Scheid spins him down, but it's a 8-yard run.
Patience there by Tawee Walker. He gets small in the hole, not a whole lot of space there, but he dips his pads low, gets under the defender, finds a crease to move the chains. Nice piece of running by Tawee Walker.
Junior from Las Vegas, was a walk-on a year ago, and they really wanted to get him more involved this year. Had the big game before the injury last week. Here he is again, running straight ahead, down to the 41, gain of 7.
Some real toughness and grit by Tawee Walker. He didn't practice all week. They didn't know if he'd be able to go today. And you can see him running up and down the sidelines in the first half. They're giving him his chance in the second half. And man, is he making the most of it.
And running through defenders. Got hog-tied that time by Daniels, but Walker not afraid of contact. Got another injury on defense for Oklahoma State.
Injury timeout.
But it's 1st down for OU. Oklahoma looking to extend the lead here late in the 3rd. Just want to be sure on the Oklahoma State number. We believe it's Anthony Goodlow, we're being told. Hopefully he's all right. Tonight, number 5 Washington taking on USC with coverage starting 7:30 Eastern on ABC and the app. College basketball season tips off Monday. It's here. And it's a good one with Notre Dame taking on South Carolina from Paris. Coverage starting 1 Eastern, ESPN. What do you think going back to college football, Washington, USC tonight?
A lot of offense. USC's defense has struggled mightily all season, but Washington's defense has struggled as well. I think a lot of points going to get scored tonight out in L.A.
That could be 55-52.
I mean, I think both these quarterbacks are about to light it up. But Caleb Williams, I think he still wants to make a little statement before this season's over. Big opportunity tonight.
We thought this might be headed that way. Yep. Both teams scored a touchdown in the first 4 minutes of the game. Not low scoring by any means, but both offenses have slowed down, or the defenses have caught up. Gavin Sawchuk in now running back on 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And here's Sawchuk, hit, and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Benson there first for Oklahoma State, 2nd down and 10 for OU.
Colin Oliver, Nicholas Martin there as well. This outstanding linebacking core. The Oklahoma State Cowboys need to step up, bow their necks, and come up with a stop on what feels like a crucial drive with the Sooners back on the move.
Some movement on the right side of the line by Oklahoma, and the flag comes in.
Tyler Guyton moving again, another pre-snap penalty.
Offense, number 60. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
I'm going to go back to those linebackers that we were talking about for Oklahoma State. You got Colin Oliver, who was a 2-time All-Big 12 defensive end. They moved him to linebacker, but in this new defense coordinated by Brian Nardo, who came from Gannon University in Erie, Pennsylvania. Young guy, 37 years old. Mike Gundy hired him basically the first time he met him. And the defense been much better the last month for OSU. Gabriel, and that one well overthrown. Trying to hit Stoops, maybe just got away from Gabriel. Now it is 3rd down and 15.
Nardo, young defensive coordinator, implementing that 3-3-5 type of defense we're seeing widespread throughout college football. And really what Colin Oliver does, he gives you that flexibility. As you'll see him walk up now at the line of scrimmage as a defensive end. He's a second-level linebacker. He can play up at the line of scrimmage and allows you to be a 3- and a 4-man front without substituting.
He's got 4 sacks. 9.5 tackles for a loss on the year. And he leads the Big 12 in forced fumbles with 3. Can he get to the quarterback here? Pushing the tackle back into him. Gabriel steps up, dumps it off to Stockton, the tight end. And knocked out of bounds, short of the line to gain by about 5 yards. Will they go for it on 4th and 5? Zach Schmidt, their kicker, a struggle.
I think they will. Listen, Zach Schmidt has now missed 4 of his last 5 kicks. I think you got to trust your offense. Trust Dylan Gabriel. Put the ball in his hands here to try to pick up the first down. I'm going to tell you what, though. Oklahoma State, one of the absolute best 4th down defenses in all of college football.
4th down and 5. Oklahoma State has turned it over on downs twice. Will Oklahoma pick this one up? Gabriel looking for Stoops, not there, so throws incomplete across the middle. It was dropped by Thompson. There is a penalty marker down, though, in the secondary. And another injured Oklahoma State defender, maybe just a frustrated one, and DJ McKinney. Oh, he is shaken up. See what the flag's about.
I think it's offensive interference, guys.
Pass interference. Offense, number 4. Penalties decline. Result of the play. Turnover and downs. First down, Oklahoma State.
Nick Anderson making the mistake. He's had a couple of those today. Oklahoma State takes over.
Doesn't matter because the pass gets dropped. So really, just calling that a big play there on Nick Anderson. It's allow Brennan Thompson to come open. Brennan Thompson takes a shot, though, as he's unable to bring in that pass, and yet another 4th down stop for this Oklahoma State Cowboy defense.
And that's why McKinney was shaken up. Just got clobbered that time by Nick Anderson.
You know, it was interesting. Talk with Brian Nauer, ask him, what has allowed you guys to be so good on 4th down? Number 2 in the country coming in today, and he said, Mike Gundy. First thing he said, Mike Gundy. We started back in the spring, second practice. We have an entire period that just focused on 4th down, and man, has it paid dividends throughout this season.
And a big stop for the Cowboys. They take over on their 30. Jaden Nixon is in right now for Ollie Gordon. Nixon trying to cut it back. No room to run. There has really not been room to run at all against this Oklahoma front. Josiah Wagner, a DB coming in there along with a few defensive linemen, and no gain on the play.
It's good by DeJohn Terry. Really stout there at the point of attack. Nowhere to go. And then it's PJ Adebaware who comes around, a little run stunt there. And Nixon can't find any open space to run with the football.
Got to wonder about the health of Ollie Gordon. He's been banged up a couple times in this game, but they've just given him a breather. He is standing with his helmet on the Oklahoma State sideline with the offense. But Jaden Nixon, 34 carries on the year coming into today. Getting another touch here and wrapped up, thrown aside by Bothroyd for a loss at the 29. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Rondell Bothroyd, the Wake Forest transfer, he's been solid all year. Watch him work inside and create the penetration and the tackle for loss. Plays inside the block of the fullback coming across Jake Schultz, and big hit, big stop there on Jaden Nixon. Defensive line, as you kind of touched on, Dave, has really taken a big step in this second half at the line of scrimmage and making it difficult for these Oklahoma State Cowboy running backs to find space.
Run defense was not good against Kansas last week. Not great in the first half, but much better here in the second. 3rd and 11, obvious passing down. And it's caught by Presley, and he powers his way past the line to gain. Brennan Presley, the senior from Tulsa. who's been so big for the Cowboys the last couple years with a 12-yard gain.
Watch the strong hands. Watch him grab this football, squeeze it, hold it as he's getting spun around, and he just backpedals. Will not be denied. That's tremendous effort from Brennan Presley to pick up a key third down.
Oh, the strength to pull the ball, and as Jaron Canick's trying to rip it away.
Long throw caught by Owens, and he breaks a tackle. Stiff arming, and he can't stay in bounds. He steps out at the 28, but Rashad Owens has come alive today. He's been the second best offensive player for OSU.
Well, maybe Rashad Owens has been watching Ollie Gordon highlights. Not one, but two stiff arms as he's pushed out of bounds. Really good after the catch. He's big, he's tough to tackle. And this Oklahoma State Cowboy offense, after the big fourth down stop, they have come alive here to close out this third quarter.
Rashad Owens, 126 receiving yards. Oklahoma State inside the 30 when we start the fourth. Back after these messages and a word from our ABC stations.
Coach, you've been aggressive there on 3rd and 4th down. What can you do differently here in the fourth quarter when you get those 3rd and 4th and shorts?
Well, we got to do a better job of picking up the inside twist. They hit us on a couple twists. They made a couple plays. We got to do a better job of getting manned up, getting a little push so we can get a yard.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, Tom, they've lined up Oklahoma State in this formation a lot, and then they shift. We'll see if they do it here. You got Gordon lined up at the bottom of your screen. Yep, they shift again. Put him at running back. He's over 100 yards today. The leading rusher in the country gets a pitch here, and he's going to throw it, looking back to his quarterback. Now on the move, he lobs it. It hangs in the air forever, and it's intercepted by Billy Bowman. Bowman running it back past the 15. He's got some room past the 30. Quarterback to beat, and Bowman finally gets him out of bounds.
Wow, huge play by Billy Bowman and a huge mistake by Ollie Gordon. They wanted to give the pitch throwback to Alan Bowman, but Rondell Bothroyd is right there. Cover up the quarterback. Ollie Gordon's just got to eat this football. He should not put the ball up, but Billy Bowman locates the wide receiver, makes an outstanding play and a big-time return. Huge, huge momentum-type changing play for Billy Bowman and the Oklahoma defense.
I get it. It's the last Bedlam. I get it. You're trying to trick them, see if you can catch them off guard, but your offense was moving the ball down the field on that drive.
And you're coming out of the quarter. I think you got to tell Ollie Gordon, if the quarterback's open, throw it. If he's not, just eat it and get what you can get.
Oklahoma's going to run Tawi Walker. Great balance that time, getting a first down. Did he go down? They blow it dead. His knee did hit the ground at the 45 after landing on an opponent. But Oklahoma with a chance after it turned the ball over on downs on the last series to make it a 2-score game if they can get in the end zone here.
But Tawi Walker's 5'9" on his tippy toes, and he runs so low to the ground. Excellent contact balance there on the first down.
They're different with him at running back, Dusty. A whole different philosophy at downhill.
Going to give it to him again. And tackled after a pickup of about 3 by Colin Oliver. 1 minute into quarter number 4. First place in the Big 12 at stake. Potentially for Oklahoma, keeping its college football playoff hopes alive and bragging rights eternally, given that it's the last Bedlam at stake here. As Walker fell forward to the 40 for 2 yards, it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Again, the Sooners probably in 4-down territory here.
3rd medium. Drake Stoops has been the go-to guy in these spots.
They're going to run Walker, though, and he's drilled at the line of scrimmage by Goodlow. Is back out there after getting hurt earlier. Martin sticks him as well. Now it's 4th and 5, and let's see if Oklahoma goes for it again.
They're going to roll the dice. Here once again, Nicholas Martin really stepping it up. Big tackle for him. To be honest, I'm a little surprised. I kind of expected Oklahoma to punt, but
right with the lead.
Right.
Do you want to risk it here? You just got momentum after the takeaway, and Stogner in motion comes back. He did not.
Could be a quick kick here. I think it's a quick kick from Dylan Gabriel.
Yep. And Gabriel inside the 5 and down by Farouk at the 2. That was executed perfectly, backing up Oklahoma State.
This is trick plays they tried the previous possession. And Rondell Bothroyd identifying where Alan Bowman is huge. And then an excellent job by Billy Bowman recognizing the pass down the field, getting the interception. And in that spot, Ollie Gordon's got to recognize it's not there. Just tuck it, run, and get whatever you can. Realize that Oklahoma made a nice play and fight to live another day.
Gordon here on first down, out to about the 8 for 5 yards, gives him a little breathing room. Tackled by Washington. Last week, Gordon fumbled for the first time all year, got really upset, tossed his helmet. Mike Gundy had a conversation with him, just told him to relax, there'll be another play. And you wonder, after that mistake, he obviously knew that it was his fault. How will he handle it this time? You look at what Oklahoma State's done in the last 6 possessions. They've really struggled, but credit Oklahoma's defense again without Danny Stutzman getting it done. 2nd and 5 for OSU from its 8. It'll be Gordon again. No running room this time. Kip Lewis filling the hole. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Penetration by Ethan Downs, the Weatherford product, who told us in Weatherford it's 90% Oklahoma State. But he wanted to go to Oklahoma. Grew up an Oklahoma Sooner fan. Good penetration there as Kip Lewis caps off that tackle.
The other thing Downs told us, he said we were soft last week. They have not been, certainly, in the second half. Big difference defensively for OU.
Great point. Excellent physicality by the Oklahoma defensive line.
Bowman to throw, lobs it up there, and the receiver makes the catch, adjusting his Owens. There's a flag down. Now they're saying incomplete. He didn't hang on, but a flag down. Will it be on the offense or the defense? There was hand fighting from both players.
Pass interference. Defense, number 6, 15 yards.
True freshman Makari Vickers, the guilty party.
Rashawn Owens, the bigger body. Both guys, well, I don't know. That's on defense. Love to bring in Matt Austin. Matt Austin, is that the right call?
Yes, I think it is, because the defender, he cut off the receiver, and also he had a hold of his jersey and started to tug on it a little bit. So, yes, I think that's the right call.
Okay. After play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Oklahoma head coach.
Wow.
15 extra yards. Still a first down.
So Brent Venables losing his cool in the 4th quarter.
Unsportsmanlike in the game.
Called for an unsportsmanlike penalty, adding on 15 yards to the pass interference. Obviously, he didn't like the call. That's understandable. But you're the leader. You can't make that mistake in this situation.
No, you can't. And you just had Oklahoma State completely backed up, and you give them 30 yards in penalties on one play. He's a very emotional, passionate man, and emotions got the best of him on that.
Play fake, Bowman on the move, going for his tight end Johnson, and cut down beautifully again by Kip Lewis after maybe a yard.
Kip Lewis is having himself a day. Out in space, running, undercutting. Johnson out in the flats.
Let's take a look at if we can see here. Venables upset about the call against Vickers. He's on the field talking to the side judge. He's not really a cusser. I wonder what was said there that would have drawn the penalty.
He was almost out to the numbers. You can't come out to the numbers and plead your case.
We see plenty of guys do it and get away with it, though.
Fair.
Penalty flag down. Isaiah Coe maybe offside for Oklahoma. He's headed to the sideline, so that would tell you he's guilty. Deshaun Terry checking in for him.
Offside. Defense. Number 94. Contacted a player in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
This is what killed Oklahoma last week. The penalties, the turnovers. That's a big reason why they lost to Kansas.
There was a costly personal foul on the sidelines that really hurt the Oklahoma offense. And now 3 penalties on this drive, really aiding this Oklahoma State Cowboy drive.
So it'll be 2nd down and 4 at the Oklahoma State 44. 10.5 minutes to go. Cowboys down 4. 3 penalties in the last minute on Oklahoma. Bowman, everybody covered. And now coming back to the ball to make the catch. It's Owens getting a first down and finally wrestled down by Dolby at the 47-yard line as Rashad Owens has taken over this game as a receiver.
Well, it's great protection from the offensive line all day for Alan Bowman to survey the field. He's sitting there popping around like a bunny, waiting for Rashad Owens to come open. He works back to his quarterback, and another big catch.
And an injury for Oklahoma, Robert Spears-Jennings.
ABC College Football is presented by Tums. Tackle game day heartburn fast and love food back. Use as directed.
That was the 2012 Bedlam game. This is the final one on the schedule, the 118th meeting between Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, as we welcome you back to ESPN's Afternoon College Football on ABC, presented by Tums. This is Eckrich Statement Saturday. Oklahoma with 3 penalties that have cost them field position. Oklahoma State started the drive on its 3, and now in Oklahoma territory at the 46. Bowman back to throw with time. And to the sideline, and it's again Owens to the 30 and down. Check that, Presley. Presley on the catch down to the 29. A 17-yard gain for Presley.
Giving cushion outside from Woody Washington. Loved the route, though. Shuts it down, works back on the comeback. And Alan Bowman has been on time and on target on those comeback routes all throughout this ball game.
The receivers, Dusty, have done such a good job of pressing the vertical route. They've got this Oklahoma secondary with a huge cushion.
Presley's had a big day. Owens has been targeted on basically half of Alan Bowman's passes. Bowman, a 2-time transfer, year 6, starting just his 24th game, though. Was a starter as a true freshman. He probably thought he'd start 100 games over the course of his career, so to speak. Play fake here, Bowman throwing, and it's Presley again on the catch. Cutting it back, getting a first down inside the 15, and down to the 14-yard line, a gain of 15.
Just get the ball in number 80's hands and look out. He is so quick and shifty. That short area quickness is absolutely off the charts. Looked like Oklahoma did a pretty good job leveraging the football, but Brendan Presley finds some daylight, gets quality pickup after the catch.
Presley, 8 catches, 97 yards. Owens has 10 catches for a $136. And Oklahoma State is inside the 15, 8.5 to play. Trailing Oklahoma by 4. Battle of ranked teams for the 20th time in this great rivalry. And the 12th time since Mike Gundy took over as OSU coach. Gordon inside the 10, inside the 5, and knocked down at the 3-yard line, but it's first and goal. And another injured player, Gentry Williams, who didn't play last week and got banged up again earlier.
Ali Gordon just gets stronger and stronger throughout the course of the game. Good vision, finds the hole, runs through a couple arm tackles, and gets the Cowboys inside the 5.
And it looked like friendly fire there from an Oklahoma teammate as Gentry Williams made the tackle and got hit by his own guy, Kobe McKenzie. Oklahoma has dominated this series overall and certainly of late, winning 17 of the last 20, 7 of the last 8, but Oklahoma State won here in Stillwater 2 years ago, and they're looking to take the lead back from OU. This drive started on the OSU 3. Alan Bowman has been perfect passing the ball here in the second half. First and goal from the 2. Ali Gordon has a rushing touchdown already. Bowman play action to the back of the end zone, and a flag down. I'm not sure that was catchable on the pass thrown to Josiah Johnson.
I think they're going to get Kip Lewis for holding,
which have been before the pass.
Pass interference.
Pass interference.
Number 2. By rule, the ball be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
So placed at the 2-yard line, they move it about an inch, and it's first and goal again at the 2.
Looked like Kip Lewis grabbed the tight end. They called that on Billy Bowman. Take a look at that one more time. I thought they were going to get...
It looked like it was before the pass, which actually would have given them half the distance to the goal instead of basically the ball at the same spot. 4th penalty on this drive by OU. Gordon, end zone. Oklahoma State leads it. Longest scoring drive of the season, capped by a 2-yard touchdown run from Gordon.
What's good interior blocking by this Oklahoma State offensive line. Joe Maholski, the center, gets up on the linebacker, and Ali Gordon lowers the shoulder and barrels into the end zone for the go-ahead Cowboy touchdown.
Again, aided by 4 penalties, including a 15-yarder on the Oklahoma head coach, Brent Venables. An automatic penalty when you come onto the field. We've seen it let go other times, but they wouldn't let Venables get away with it here. That certainly helped Oklahoma State. But Ollie Gordon and Alan Bowman, a phenomenal 1-2 punch for Oklahoma State today. Sophomore Ollie Gordon II, certainly in the Heisman Trophy conversation, the nation's leading rusher. And again, all of that basically has come in the last 6 games. After a loss to South Alabama, he went into Mike Gundy's offense. He had only carried the ball 19 times through 3 games. He said, I can help you fix this problem. They made him the #1 running back. They basically changed their run game, as on the return, Farouk stumbles and comes up short of the 20-yard line. And the offense has never been the same for Oklahoma State. Here's Kevin.
Dave, AT&T 5G, keeping fans connected as we take a look at our multi-view, which is showcasing a bunch of games across our networks. Florida State now separating themselves on the road at Pitt on ESPN. James Madison undefeated, looking to go 8-0 over on ESPN2. Tulane, number 24 in the nation. They got a 3-point lead on the road against East Carolina. And over on ESPN Plus, Big 12 now, Baylor Houston now going into overtime. Back to you.
Ball on the ground on a bad snap to Gabriel, recovered by Oklahoma State. A terrible snap. Gabriel, I don't think, expected it. And it's recovered by Cody Walterscheid.
Wow, 3rd turnover of the day for Oklahoma. I don't think Gabriel is ready for it. It's down at his feet. He goes to pick it up. It goes forward. Walterscheid jumps on top. And Oklahoma State back in the red zone after taking the lead. Wow.
3rd giveaway by Oklahoma, matching the 3 turnovers last week when the Sooners lost to Kansas. Oklahoma State by 3. First down at the OU 19. Bowman on the rollout, looking for the throwback, and a diving catch is made, but they end up losing about 8 yards. Josiah Johnson, at that point, you're almost better off if you drop the ball.
I don't think he caught it.
Yeah, they're going to say incomplete. So it actually works out better that way for Oklahoma State. It is incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
Well, that's well designed. And if you're watching, Trace Ford read that very well. He felt the offensive lineman go, allowed him to pull him in that area.
Not a good throw by Alan Bowman, 2nd and 10. Can Oklahoma get a stop on quick change? Gordon stacked up, and they finally blow it dead at the 16. Isaiah Coe in there first, along with Jordan Kelly, so it's going to be 3rd down and 7.
This would be massive if this Sooner defense could come up with a stop after the fumble. Rashad Owens been targeted today 17 times. Brennan Presley 9. Be surprised if we don't see them try to take some type of shot to these 2 guys. Stacked right here to the field.
Bowman into the end zone, and he overthrows Leon Johnson III. So a quick 3 and out for Oklahoma State. Great hold by Oklahoma, wow. And here comes the field goal team.
And Alan Bowman has been so good all day. Kind of hits his head after he delivers that pass, and he knew he missed an opportunity. It was well covered by Oklahoma, and he didn't even give Leon Johnson a chance to make a play on that ball. That is a huge stop for this Oklahoma defense.
Oklahoma does have a couple of block kicks this year from Peyton Bowen. This will be a 33-yard attempt from Alex Hale. The kick is good, and the Cowboys get 3 points after the gift turnover by Oklahoma. Still, Oklahoma can maybe take the lead with a touchdown. There's still 7 minutes on the clock.
Keep it a 1-score game. Brent Venables got to be happy with his defense. Remember, they were just on the field for a 97-yard drive, and then they go out. Oklahoma on the first play of the next drive has the fumble. Defense got to go right back out there and they come up with a stop. Dylan Gabriel has got such an opportunity here in Bedlam with just under 7 minutes of play, trying to lead this offense down and try to give his football team the lead.
Has an interception and a lost fumble, although again you could look at the center Andrew Rame and say that it was on him on that last snap. Gabriel in his 46th career start. Was at UCF, transferred to Oklahoma, following in the footsteps of a pair of Heisman Trophy winners and a runner-up, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, and then Jalen Hurts, who might be the NFL MVP right now, and Dylan Gabriel with an opportunity to not only drive Oklahoma down the field to perhaps take the lead, but solidify his Big 12 Player of the Year and Heisman Trophy standing. Farouk going to let this one go. It'll be a touchback. This is the time of year where you start having Heisman signature moments. Ollie Gordon, Dusty had his maybe on that last touchdown.
Struck a pose for it, that's for sure.
And now it's Dylan Gabriel's chance.
Absolutely, and this is exactly what we thought. A game that was going to come down to the end, back and forth all throughout the day. At moments today, Dylan Gabriel has been excellent. Can he come up with a big drive and make the throws this team needs here on the road against your rival in the final scheduled Bedlam? Here we go.
Gabriel off play action, on the move, throwing, and the catch is made. It stoops at the 39-yard line, a pickup of 14.
Such a good route runner, just a corner route, creates that separation, pass high, climbs a ladder, and a nice catch to start the drive.
Play fake again, Gabriel going deep, single coverage, receivers there, and a collision. Farouk caught it though, what a catch. Flags are down, but Farouk hangs on. Trey Rucker was all over him inside the 20-yard line.
Wow, how does Jalil Farouk catch this football? Trey Rucker with a ton of contact, and as he's going to the ground, finds a way to complete this catch. Incredible.
Pass interference. Defense number 9. Penalty is declined. Result of the play is first down.
Well, head fake out and up, runs right past Rucker. That ball hung in the air for a long time. That's incredible concentration as he's going to the ground to be able to collect that catch.
That's a 48-yard gain. First down for Oklahoma at the Oklahoma State 16-yard line. True freshman Dalen Smothers is coming in the game at running back. Farouk just shy of 100 yards on the day.
I love how aggressive Oklahoma's being here, guys. This is fantastic.
Gabriel waiting for the snap on first down. Oklahoma State was able to substitute because Oklahoma did. Play fake again. Gabriel going to get hit. Gabriel gets out of there, and then he's finally brought down by Goodlow for a sack at the 19-yard line. Loss of 3 on the play.
What's Colin Oliver coming off the edge? He just beats Rouse, and he gets there first. Good job by Gabriel making the initial defender miss. And it's Anthony Goodlow who gets him to the ground. Got to pay attention and know where number 30 is in pass rushing situations. His first step, his ability to dip, as good as anybody in the Big 12.
Second down and 13 after the 3-yard setback. Gabriel going to run it here. Gabriel hit, drives the legs, and finally shoved out of bounds. Hit initially by Martin and Cam Smith and Kendall Daniels. Got him out of play. Short gain, maybe 1, third down and 12.
I'll tell you what, Dylan Gabriel just lowered the boom on Nicholas Martin. Not much yardage gain there, but heavy contact. The quarterback delivering the blow. Touched on it several times. Drake Stoops seems to always find a way to come open and come up with key catches.
Timeout for an injured player. Number 4, Oklahoma State.
So Nick Martin shaken up for Oklahoma State. Let's check in with Kevin Agandi.
Dave, want to remind our audience we got reigning Heisman winner Caleb Williams ready for number 5 Washington tonight.
I love how he's promoting the Beats by Dre, a nice little hoodie. Hopefully he doesn't have to put up 50 like he did last week.
He might have to. When you're going up against Penix Jr. and company with that fantastic Huskies offense, number 5 in the country. Prime time on ABC at the Coliseum. Coming your way in less than an hour, Dave.
All right, Kev, 3rd and 12 for Oklahoma. On the 18-yard line of Oklahoma State. Down 6, 5 minutes to play. Gabriel looking, lobbing, Stoops, end zone, a lot of contact. Incomplete pass. Looking for a flag, don't see one, and it's 4th down.
Wow, I cannot believe they did not call this flag.
Oh my goodness.
Tackled him in the end zone.
Shocking that they didn't throw the flag there. Hard from our angle to see the field judge, but he's got a good angle at the play. Shocking that that was not pass interference. It's interesting that they're going for it here because you have 3 points here. There's 4:53 on the clock. He got plenty of time. The problem is their kicker, Zach Schmidt, has missed 4 of his last 5. They don't trust him. Although a timeout called here by Oklahoma. Let's see if Brent Venables changes his mind. I mean, it's 4th and 12.
Timeout and a half. OU, 30-second timeout.
All right, Matt Austin, jump in here. Why was that not called pass interference?
I can't answer that. I think it should have been pass interference. I agree with you two. There was all kinds of contact. He's not playing the ball. Grabs him, pulls him to the ground. The ball was right on the white, very catchable. That's textbook pass interference.
But no call on the field. And Stoops did not make the catch, hit the turf, and he was also out of bounds. But it doesn't matter now. It's 4th down, and Oklahoma is going to try for a field goal now. Problem is they used a timeout. They would have loved to have saved that timeout to be able to stop the clock later if they need to. And again, Schmidt has struggled. Lately, he missed from 38, 43. 45 and missed from 51 earlier in this game. This is a 36-yard try to get Oklahoma within 3. And Schmidt buries that one. Oklahoma within 3, 4:48 on the clock. 2 timeouts left for OU, 3 timeouts left for Oklahoma State. This is a game because it's the last Bedlam that people are going to be talking about forever. And if Oklahoma were to lose this game, they might be talking about that non-call forever.
It will be heavily discussed in the state of Oklahoma. That I can guarantee you, Mr. Bash.
Texas a winner today over K-State. So Texas now alone atop the standings. The winner of this game will join them. Iowa State plays Kansas tonight on ESPN. Top 2 teams in the standings meet in the Big 12 championship game. Texas has TCU next week. Oklahoma is home against West Virginia. Oklahoma State is at UCF.
What a race in the Big 12. It has just been awesome to watch. And the further we get in the season, the more impactful they all are.
These last 3 weeks are going to be incredible.
The race to Arlington, absolutely off the charts.
Schmidt kicking it deep. Jaden Nixon will let it go into the end zone for a touchback. Oklahoma State will start on the 25. You think back to when they decided to go with Ollie Gordon and change how they run the football after that brutal 33-7 loss to South Alabama. Yes, they lost the next week to Iowa State, but it looked different offensively. They've won 4 in a row since. Why? Because the guy they're likely about to lean on, and that's Ollie Gordon II, who by the standards lately, with 124 yards, I mean, he's had over 250 each of the last 2 games. Not there, not that type of game today for Ollie Gordon, but still terrific. He's going to get it here, and he's got some room on first down. Out to the 33-yard line. That's 8 yards on the first play of this possession.
Boy, good job by Billy Bowman getting him to the ground. There was a big hole, and he had a head of steam downhill. Nice blocking once again by this Oklahoma State offensive line. And when you're getting chunked 8-yard runs on first down, it really makes life very easy on play caller Casey Dunn.
Oklahoma State going to take some time here, milk the clock a little bit. 2nd down and 2. Gordon thrusting it to the outside, knifing through the defense for a first down. Keep in mind, Danny Stutzman, the leading tackler for Oklahoma, dressed today but has not played. Kim Lewis has done a nice job filling in. They'd obviously love to have both guys right now, trying to get a stop here to get the ball back as we're inside 4 minutes to go.
They snapped that, Dave, with about 15 seconds left. I got to imagine Mike Gundy letting his quarterback know, hey, calm down. Let's condense this game. I'll be surprised if we didn't see them snap it with anything more than 5 seconds left on the clock.
Play clock now at about 10. You would imagine Ollie Gordon. Nope, play action, pass, caught. It's Leon Johnson the third, and he stays in bounds. Now out at the 45. Vickers on the tackle. It's a gain of 18.
Well, it's Vickers out there getting a lot of cushion. That's a freshman working on the big 6'5" Leon Johnson. It's also a lot of trust in your veteran quarterback, Alan Bowman. As much as this turnaround has been about Ollie Gordon, it's also Alan Bowman solidifying the quarterback position. And the way he's played today, Casey Dunn, at a crucial juncture of the game, trusting his quarterback and allowing him to make a big completion, moving the ball across midfield.
6 year of college football, two-time transfer, Texas Tech, Michigan, and now Oklahoma State. Bowman handing it off, though, to Gordon. And they bottle him up this time after a gain of 1. Remember, Brent Venables used a timeout when maybe he didn't need to. When you likely should just have kicked it. He kept the offense out there, called the timeout there. So he's only got 2 left. He's not going to use one here on first down. Now, had he had 3 timeouts, he probably would have used one right there. Absolutely. And that would have saved him 40 seconds.
100%. That's exactly right. He changed his mind on the fly, was at first going to go for it on 4th and long. Decided, no, let me take the points, trust my defense, but in doing so, cost himself a crucial timeout.
Bowman gonna throw, and he throws it away, stopping the clock. I understand if you want a high possession pass play, but if you're the quarterback, then throw it to the guy.
Play action, move the pocket, is well defended. Reggie Pearson right there with the intended target. They wanted to go to Josiah Johnson in the flats, make a nice, easy, quick throw. And that's a poor decision. As much good as Alan Bowman has done today, that's a poor decision, throwing it out of bounds like that, stopping the clock.
So now 3rd down and 9. Oklahoma basically with that play gets its timeout back, so to speak. Oklahoma State with the ball at the 43 of Oklahoma. Will they run it? They will. Gordon level at the point of attack. Reggie Pearson in there first. Handful of defensive linemen in there as well. Now a timeout by Oklahoma, and it's 4th and long.
Well, Reggie Pearson, we touched on it. He wasn't able to play until the second half. It's also a good job up front by Isaiah Coe. Watch Pearson come downhill and force this play. Good push on the inside. Isaiah Coe holding his ground, but safety coming downhill. It's also Jordan Kelly, the defensive line, a huge 3rd down stop, trying to get this Sooners offense the football back.
And Oklahoma still has a timeout, so with 1:59 to go, we've got the punt forthcoming from Oklahoma State. And then it's going to be in the hands of Dylan Gabriel to go likely the length of the field with just under 2 minutes to go. Clock will stop on first downs to reset the change because we're inside 2 minutes now, and Oklahoma still will have a timeout. They've got 2 different punters, Wes Paul and Hudson Cock. Cock is the punter right now to try to pin Oklahoma inside the 10.
He's the specialist, right? That's what Mike Gundy said. He's the specialist that they trust in these situations to pin them deep.
Low snap, but he gets the kick away and goes into the end zone. Jaden Nixon was trying to catch it before it crossed the plane, but it's a touchback, and now Oklahoma in a situation again with their kicker. They probably need to get to about the 25 of Oklahoma State to give him a chance to tie the game.
Jaden Nixon so close, just off his fingertips as it goes in the end zone. This is the 3rd straight game now, Dave, going back. Sorry, 3 out of the last 4. 3 out of the last 4 games, Dylan Gabriel has had the opportunity with the ball under 2 minutes to put his team on front in crucial games. We saw it against Texas. We saw it a week ago against Kansas. Here we go again in Bedlam.
And the field goal in the last possession was huge because, again, the field goal ties the game. You have to get probably about 60 yards. Stoops is wide open in the middle of the field and heading for the sideline to stop the clock. Drake Stoops picking up 22 on the play.
Middle of the field just wide open for Drake Stoops, and he finds open grass as good as anybody. It was Kendall Daniels in coverage, and he was a step behind, and another strike by Dillon Gabriel.
11th catch for Stoops for a $131 and a touchdown. Plenty of time. Oklahoma can run its offense. Gabriel down the sideline, got single coverage, incomplete, going for Anderson. Cam Smith in coverage, 1:41 to go, 2nd and 10. Oklahoma down 3.
Wanted to go back shoulder and let Nick Anderson try to bring that in. Good coverage down the field from Cam Smith.
Dillon Gabriel, who's had a brilliant year, trying to add a win in Bedlam to his resume. 2nd and 10. Launches it. Anderson cannot come up with it. Daniels in coverage. Check that, Smith. And it's 3rd down and 10.
Well, they dialed up pressure. Brian Nardo, he's going to bring Xavier Benson, Nicholas Martin, and Colin Oliver. And the pressure gets there late. Tight coverage down the field once again by Cam Smith, working on Nick Anderson.
4-down territory, 3rd and 10 from the OU 41. 1 timeout left. 1:35 on the game clock. Gabriel. And it's caught by Farouk. Powering out to the 41 for a gain of 6 or 7. So a manageable 4th down here. Be 4th and about 4 or 5. Here we go. Need a conversion to keep Oklahoma's hopes of a Big 12 title and a national title alive. On 4th down, Gabriel on the run, throwing. Stoops juggled it, caught it, but he's short. Oklahoma State's going to take over on downs and a minute away from winning the final Bedlam. Dillon Smith with a great tackle on Stoops on the perimeter.
Stoops doesn't push this all the way to the sticks. He's 1 yard, 2 yards short, and the coverage is tight by Dillon Smith. Drake Stoops is able to catch it on the bobble, but he's tackled immediately. And the Cowboys with a crucial game-winning 4th down stop to seal this victory here in Bedlam.
Bowman takes a knee. He'll have to do it one more time. The final time that Oklahoma and Oklahoma State will meet for the foreseeable future. And for the 2nd time in the last 2 games played in this stadium, the Cowboys are going to win it. They haven't won very often in this series, and certainly not in the last 2 decades, but on this field, at least the last 2 times, Oklahoma State has come out on top. That's it. Bowman takes a knee. The final Bedlam's in the books. It goes to the Cowboys.
We thought it was going to be tight coming in here, Dave, and that's exactly what it was.
And Tom is standing by with the successful head coach Mike Gundy, his 100th Big 12 win.
Well, Coach, what was different about the bye week that allowed this to happen today?
Well, our guys just came together, you know, and they worked hard. It's a good group. They care about each other. And I tell you, I'm really proud of our coaches. Our coaches did a heck of a job the last 6 weeks. And then this was a crazy game, you know what I'm saying? A lot going on. But it's a great finish for Oklahoma State in the Bedlam to finish off with a win.
You've been a part of 33 of these. Where does this one stack up?
Well, obviously this is the best, you know. We've had a lot of really good ones, but for these players to enjoy the fruits of their labor and the crowd, you know, I mean, it's special for the crowd, for these people here to end it this way.
Go enjoy it with your team, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
That's a 100th Big 12 win for Mike Gundy. He joins Bill Snyder and Bob Stoops as the only coaches in Big 12 history with 100 conference wins. Alan Bowman, the 6th-year player, just his 23rd career start with a terrific performance. Ollie Gordon, a Heisman-like effort as Oklahoma State goes to 5-1, tied with Texas now atop the Big 12 standings. 2nd loss in a row for Oklahoma.
And Oklahoma State has a direct path to Arlington and the Big 12 championship. And the turnaround we've seen this year from this Cowboys team has been nothing short of sensational. And a big exclamation point here with the win in the final scheduled Bedlam.
A day to remember in Stillwater in the last Bedlam between Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. Meeting number 118 favors the Cowboys 27-24. For Dusty Dvorak, Tom Luganbill, our entire outstanding crew, I'm Dave Pasch. So long from Stillwater. They'll be partying for a month. Back to the studio.